Well, hello everybody. I know it's been a while. It's been a hot minute. But I am here, never fear, for Extra Life 2023. Sorry, I didn't have time to hook up my webcam. We moved and this new place is great, but I still have some tweaks to work out. So you get one of my avatars that I had made for my PhD videos. So that's kind of the Guthron look when I'm doing my lectures. There's a couple of them that I string them together. They look like I'm talking, but not on here. So this year, we're splitting it across 3 days because I have an author event tomorrow morning, so can't do a full 12 hours, starting at the beginning of the day. So we're going to knock out a couple hours tonight. And if he's willing to unmute his microphone, I'm joined, as usual, by cellist Mike Golgoth.
Hello, hello.
Welcome back. It's been a while since we've done this.
It is, yeah.
A year.
I think I was
I think it was a year. Last year when we played Satisfactory.
Did we do Satisfaction last year? I guess we did. Huh.
Yeah, we played in that Extra Life world a little bit off stream, but on stream, yeah, this is what we did. So this year we're going to be playing Empyrean. We actually already started so that we could get into the flow of things before so we could work out the kinks. Like, oh, I don't know, starting the game and suddenly my computer restarts. It happens every time, doesn't it?
There has to be something. There has to be something else. It's not a game night.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a stream unless something goes wrong. It's without fail every single time something goes wrong. So this year it turned out to be needing a new power supply. Now, to be fair, my computer was telling me for a while that this could be the issue, but we tried to fix everything else, didn't we?
There's not many original parts to that PC anymore.
No. I mean, except for the motherboard. That's the only thing that's still.
And the CPU.
Yeah, the motherboard and CPU. That's it. The RAM's been changed. The graphics card is now the third one. That's this one. It's had.
Now the graphics card didn't have a problem. It was just
You had another one that was equivalent to the one I had. So that one is now in our second computer for Art and Zoe to use. All right. So starting off this year, we are raising money, obviously, in support of Extra Life. Well, to date, we have raised a little over 16.2, I think is what it is. I say 16K in the chat, but it's 16.2 total. Hopefully we'll hit that 20K faster than it would normally take, but hey, 16 is still a lot, especially over 12 years. That's obviously more than 1,000 per year. Now, we haven't always cleared 1,000. Mike, you get extra credit if you can remember what was the last year I didn't clear the $1,000 fundraising goal.
I don't remember it ever not happening.
It happened
so
the very
first year. First year?
The very first year, and it happened in 2015.
Okay.
So we've always managed to go above 500. So 12 years straight going above 500. But 2 years we didn't go above 1,000. So, but the last couple of years we've been averaging more than 1,600. So that's why its total's right. But we are supporting Providence. It's a different name now. They've named it. I think I put correctly in there. Oh, that's just some of the stuff we've done in the past. It's now the Children's Hospital, Providence Children's Hospital of Alaska. Or Children's Hospital Alaska. It's there in the picture. Yeah, Providence, Alaska Children's Hospital. They got our new logo. Alright, so we're here to game, because that's what we're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the game screen.
Good old streaming.
Yep.
That's something I haven't streamed myself since
a while.
Oh man. Yeah, I burnt myself out so hard doing Twitch integrated Renfold.
I noticed that Fluffy, who did we manage our stream with Stream Puppy, and there will be some other aspects of it that you can try out later. But he still does coding on 3 days a week for his stream, and
nice.
I just completely lost my train of thought. Oh, he made a Sims 4 Twitch extension, which turns your Sims 4 game into a reality TV show.
Oh man!
I'm thinking if we meet our goal this year, like our actual goal, the 2023, I may schedule a stream just of me being tortured by that. But it'll be after my 2 PhD classes are over. So for those of you who haven't been following, I started my PhD last fall, and most of my video making time has been going to making videos for that on my YouTube channel. But I will never not do Extra Life. It's my thing. I like doing it. So I'm Back in the game now. And where did you go? And by the way, just so I'm clear, what do you want me to call you?
Golgoth or Mike, I really don't care. If you can remember it, Golgoth.
Golgoth.
If you don't, I don't care.
Yeah, well, it's like when my friends change their names. You get an exception because you've known me for 12 years by this name. Like, yeah, thanks. And it's not like you changed it to something that's familiar either. You went and changed it to something completely new.
Yeah. It's like, you'd remember... Yes, yes. I was going to give an anecdote about that happening with some of my friends, but we all know what happens. I don't need the anecdote, I think.
Play games we will.
That looks like it's supposed to. Oh, yes, it did. There's Baby Yoda. Cool. That's one of the things I thought he made. People can spend channel points on that. I just leave that up because it's fun. Alright, so what do you want me to do? Oh, you're building stairs.
Well, so I made a second base. So... Okay. No, so that's part of the main base.
Oh, okay.
So we have the one that just goes up to a defensive turret, a defensive tower, I should say, 4 turrets on it.
I'm going up for the view. I don't know about
Heck
you.
yeah. And the F5 is what gets your little rover out. So if you want an even higher view, you can hit F5 to bring your.
So clearly we're on a moon, and the main part of the planet is out of sight. It's on beyond the horizon. So, wow, that's pretty. You're shooting at something. So we just started to, like, I think, Golgoth, you got on earlier today just to get some initial setup going so we know it would work.
Yeah.
So we're not very far in. And luckily this time, unlike, I think we did this 2 or 3 years ago was the last time we did it on stream, the drop point for the pods wasn't so far away.
Oh, it was so far away. This time, thankfully, we're right on top of one another. But, yeah.
Whoa, that's not what I wanted.
I'm just trying to get us some meat. They tend to... There's a spawn spot right here for those. So I figure, why not have dinner?
Okay, I grew it. Oh, the dinosaurs. It's okay. I spend most of my days running around hunting dinosaur DNA. It's my quick break from everything. Shoot some darts at a dino. I really wish they had integrated those games all together back when Jurassic World was making all the games.
Oh, so they're not integrated. They're all separate.
They're all separate. They have a Jurassic World park game that my niece and nephew play.
Right.
Which is basically you're doing the same thing, but someone else, the computer, is going out and getting the DNA for you, and you're running the park.
Okay.
And the other one, the one that I play, it's like Pokemon Go, but with dinosaurs. Refrigerator. Let's drop all that stuff off in there. Yeah. So. But for PC and stuff, they made the Jurassic World Evolution games, which is like Planet Zoo, but Jurassic World.
Mm-hmm.
I got the second one and never played it. Just life, man. So, but yeah, I thought it was a missed opportunity that since all of the original ones, Jurassic World Evolution and Jurassic World Alive, and then whatever the park game is, they all came out the same year. Like, why they didn't integrate them so you could go out and hunt DNA and then send some of it to your camp, your park that you're running. Don't know. Oh, look at your colors. Nice.
Yeah, you can do that in options. There's an avatar tab now.
Options. Avatar. Ooh. What's the whitest white there is? Let's make... No, let's do what I normally do. Let's play art. Let's get a different hairstyle. Something practical. That's not practical. Can you imagine trying to do that hairstyle every day? That would just be ridiculous. Nope, nope, nope. Ponytails?
That
Nope.
reminds me.
I'm not a kid. Neither is Art.
So yeah, the second base is so that we can have more turret towers that are not dependent on the main base's power. This way they can have their own set of solar panels.
You know what? I think I'm just going to go with the first hair. Oh. No, there was another one. Let me see. Where was it?
There we go.
Not that one. Yeah, I'll do that one. Hair color. As red can be. Yes, there we go.
I do not remember
Oh no, I want blue.
the hotkey to remove my helmet.
Yeah, I don't remember
Controls. I remember jetpack is turned off by default, so J is what you need to hit to turn that on. U is helmet. That is not intuitive.
No, it's not. Wow, heroic is like curvy is. That's different.
Yeah, I was thinking that a small stature, depending on how they did the geometry, like I don't know. My thought was small, you could get into smaller spaces, but large, you could see, you know, the perspective of the ground would be a little bit better for the things hidden in grass.
Mm-hmm.
So I just stuck with standard.
I'll just go with athletic. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
That face. That's a long face. That's a chub. Oh, man. Wow.
Yeah, the player models are not good.
Ooh.
Wow.
Disturbing. It's pretty bad when the first option is the best one.
I will be right back. I need to take a step away.
Okay. That works. Now let's go around. Oh, the sun came up. On the other side of the planet. See, that's weird because you could be facing the planet, but not so facing the sun, but not get the sun because the planet's in the way. Moon's so weird. Oh, so one thing that's different this year is that, or between our previous years, is that this year I got to see my niece and nephew for the first time in years. They spent Christmas with them.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah, so for you, I think what you need is levels, so you can start unlocking tech.
Yes.
So either, I mean, we're okay on resources right now. Obviously, we can always use more of everything. Chopping down wood, I have a chainsaw you could take. I'll put in that gearbox, along with some fuel. So yeah, wood would be useful. More
wood,
copper or silicone. Yeah, always need more wood. Copper or silicone would be useful always. I've already cleared out a medium-sized iron deposit, so we're okay on iron for the time being. But yeah, so killing stuff, harvesting stuff, mining stuff, pretty much anything to get you levels. Right. It should be set so our level progression is fast.
Okay. Cool. Let me get that gear.
Oh, we should have more ammo too.
Chainsaw.
And let me drop more ammo in there for you. Oh. Tell you what, I'm putting the ammo in the box next to it instead. I forget that only one of us can access the box at a time.
Okay.
Limited boxes.
Yeah, it's the same way in Terraria. So, oh, you put the ammo in the cargo box. Okay.
Yeah.
Where'd that fridge go? There it is. Okay, I got meats. We have the meat.
3 times 3 is 9.
Yes. That's really simple. That's really basic.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh, buds. I got buds. So was that biofuel in there for me to use?
Yeah, it was for the chainsaw.
Oh, that's funny. I left it there thinking it was for something else. Oops.
Well, the biofuel in that gearbox was for the chainsaw. The biofuel in the components box was for random crafting.
Okay, now I got it.
Okay.
Let's go try to chop down this tree again. Because it was doing all the work, but it wasn't doing any work. Like all the effort was.
Well, I think there was probably still some fuel left in the chainsaw. So when it ran out, it would just have been empty.
What's your inventory again?
Tab.
Tab, right. Well, 5 pieces of wood. Whatever the game was just trying to tell me, I missed it. I'm sure it said something important.
Maybe. Probably tutorial. 4, 5,
Oh,
6,
reload.
7,
Time for some fuel. So I tried my darndest to find out if there was a total update yet. But they're all focused on starting tomorrow. I asked them one of the community channels where so there's moderators that can do that stuff, but no one's answered. But tomorrow, by the time I start tomorrow, they'll have been live for. What's weird, I'm actually in the same time zone as them now.
Where are they based out of?
Utah.
Huh. Okay.
They used to be based out of Texas, but now it's Utah.
Right.
I don't remember when they moved there, but they did. So by the time we start, they'll have been going for either 6 or 8 hours with the main, like the big event. So we'll have an update before I log in.
Nice. Come on, give me a small round. So there should be a couple. Oh, there we go. Yeah, they put a few more shapes in. I am excited to learn. I just am now using one new shape. Well, this is going to be. I'm building the. Man, my brain is just not working today. I'm building the solar panels for the turret base. Yeah. I left all player versus player fire should be turned off. If not, I can fix it. Oh, is that dinosaur just running around in a circle for you? Yes, it is. Wow.
No, it's not.
It is falling.
I don't know where the baby went, but I thought that's what was happening. Because it was trying to run circles around its baby. The baby ran off.
Yeah, I think the AI logic is just really bad.
No.
It works for us.
Flowers. Oh, plant fibers. Plant protein. Feels weird starting the game with a chainsaw.
Right. But the very, very, very beginning of the game is so slow. That's why I've been playing it today, so that you didn't have to stream that level of boring.
Yeah. Thanks, appreciate it.
Yeah. Like, the game isn't super exciting to begin with, but
it's all in what you do with it.
Yeah.
It's like Terraria. It's all fun and games until someone blows themselves up. Then it's entertainment. I could have sworn I'd seen the clip of Art blowing herself up in Terraria. I was trying to find it to show her friends. But I cannot for the life of me find it. It's not on YouTube, and I've been looking on my computer to see if I downloaded it. But who knows? But she went ahead and did it, and I told you about me blowing us both up.
Right.
See? It's all fun and games until you blow yourself up, and then it's entertaining.
Yep. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, I was saying before you came back that this year, the one big difference between this year and last year is that I got to actually spend time playing games with my niece and nephew.
Nice.
Over Christmas holiday, and then again when I went back for a Comic-Con at the end of February. We played the unstable games, so Unstable Unicorns and Here to Slay and stuff like that.
I don't think I've ever played those.
They're fun. I kickstarted them all. I didn't get on the original Unstable Unicorns Kickstarter way back when it first started, but I got in when they did the Control and Chaos Kickstarter, and since then I've been kickstarting all of their things. They're in the process of making another one right now.
Okay.
But it's really fun. Unstable Unicorns is a blast, but then when you start playing it with a bunch of chapel staff, oh, it gets so fun. When the nicest guy in the entire chapel is the one that wins, and he does it by playing nicely, that's when you know you had a good game. Like he refused to do anything that would have a negative consequence on anyone but himself.
Right.
He's just that kind of chaplain. Level 3. Yay. I made it to level 3. I'm so happy. Alright, let's go dump this stuff. Oh. Oh yes, your drone.
You're like, what? Oh, did you think it was like one of the attack drones coming to get us?
I was just like, what is that? I think I recognize it, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, we haven't had one yet, which to me means it's anytime.
So, where do you want your wood?
Just toss it in the components.
Okay, so what's there? What is there?
So,
you want
24 divided by 2 is 12. So that needs to be 12 out each way. Okay.
Plant protein. What about spices? Spices go in the main one or in the fridge?
Fridge, because they're used for
what about buds?
Food making. Buds also in the fridge.
And we don't have to worry about plant fibers.
Plant fibers a little bit need to be in the fridge, but otherwise, just in components for now.
I'll take half and stick it in the other one.
Okay. One of the things I do with plant fibers, we have to have some in the fridge, some in the components, but then I take the majority of plant fibers and wood, stick it in the portable constructors, and make biofuel from it.
Yeah. I shall go get some more wood.
And if we want to venture out and get elements, we can as well,
So,
of course.
Am I running or just walking?
I think you're just walking. Hold shift to run. I guess to sprint.
I'm going to.
Yeah, so you're definitely running, but sprint is shift.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see if there's a...
2, 4, 5, 6,
One there was a way to
8,
auto
9,
run.
10, 11. It's probably going to be in game settings somewhere.
Right. I'm looking. Of course we went English. No, using a controller. Don't need that. Video. No, I don't see anything.
In controls, there might be a button for toggle sprint.
Yeah, I'm looking. Fly in God mode. They have that.
Yeah, neither of us have that turned on, but we can if need be.
No, we'll
Come
see.
on.
Oh, toggle run. It doesn't have a toggle run.
Okay. So you'll have to just program it.
Gotta find one to use. There we go. Game. I don't know that it saved it. Come on. No, it saved it. Still feel like I'm walking. Because when I hold shift, I can see I'm running. Well, maybe it'll work after I restart. Who knows? It's not important. I can hold shift right now.
Yeah, the real movement is with vehicle anyway, so...
Let me tell you, it's so exciting. Shoving a chainsaw up into a tree.
Right? Like, right at the beginning.
No, it's all a part of the game.
Wait.
Some of these trees take a moment.
5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12.
All that and you only gave me 10 pieces of wood? Greedy. These trees are greedy. So I think I told you, over the past 48 hours, we went from... We basically doubled our fundraising for the year.
Extra Life in general, or just...
Mine.
Nice.
So our team. Usually, as I'm saying, like overall, and but still, I mean that would be impressive if the entire thing managed to.
I know they usually do really well on game day,
Yeah,
so but that doesn't actually technically start till tomorrow, right?
Yeah, usually whatever the total is for the year, they will make half again that amount. Sometimes they'll make the whole amount over. It's over the past several years, the fundraising has dropped, but I mean, think about what's been going on the past several years.
Right, there's always crap.
Yeah, so it makes sense. also noticed that there are less participants each year.
Mm.
Like, I remember several years ago we were maxing out at 50,000 participants. And I think the last time I checked this year, we're at 19,300. So definitely a change.
Yeah, I've not been doing the participation in terms of my own event the last couple of years. So yeah, I get that. Not sure whether it's lazy or what, but
Extenuating circumstances.
I think I could claim that maybe once, but like this year, it's just lack of motivation to do anything.
I always want to. It's just a matter of doing it.
Right. Yes.
This, having the actual event happen always helps because then I can make sure the system's working. But no, I think this room has some power issues. It's another reason why I don't have the camera on, because the lighting that I use here, some of the lights flicker sometimes, and I'm not really sure what's causing it, so I have to turn them off.
Right.
Now, is my helmet on?
Probably, but I'm not gonna guarantee
no?
it.
I'm on the screen. Look at me. I'm right in front of you.
Oh, press U. Yeah, your helmet is on. So in the bottom left, you have your 4 bars, but then above that you have like the jetpack, which is off for you right now, and then U for helmet.
It's not letting me take the helmet off.
Press U.
I did press U. Like, the helmet is still lit up.
Yours might be rebound to something different. Or maybe I rebound to you. I don't know.
I remember it saying something about you earlier. That's the creative menu. Alright, where'd you go, helmet? H.
So I must have rebounded.
Yeah, H. There we go. Yay. Now look at my ugly mug. That's the best I could
chainsaw is huge.
Isn't it?
That is so large. Drop, if you want to see, drop it and I'll pick it up so you can see it.
I feel like I'm about to pick your nose with it.
It is as long as you are tall. Oh, now, yeah, there's your helmet, on and off.
There, I dropped it. Right there in the grass. You just walked past it. There you go. Oh my goodness. That's a massive chainsaw. Which really makes me wonder why I have to stand so close to the stupid trees.
Right?
It's the little things. At least the really little ones go away quickly. They just don't give anything.
I think you're doing this on purpose.
What?
Never mind.
What?
So dirty.
Hey, if it's unintentionally dirty.
I'm not sure that's how it works, but...
We try to keep it tame.
Fair. True.
But it is also after 10 on a Friday. At what point does the after 9 o'clock rule kick in?
Yeah.
Especially if you don't start streaming until after 9 o'clock. But hey, I'd say all things considered, an hour and a half to 2 hours.
That's not bad.
It is not bad at all. How far away can I stand? I still get the tree.
6.
Oh yeah, there you go. I don't have to be right up on top of it. I don't have to be hugging the wood, just almost.
I've been playing so many games with way more limited building systems, and having this back is... This is... I would argue one of the best building systems in any survival building type game I've ever used. I try to convince people that like building games. I'm like, you gotta play Empyrean.
Yeah.
No. You gotta just try it, man. If you love building, You can do anything with this freaking game.
I got an explorer token.
Yeah, they changed the faction reputation or faction stuff a little bit, so you can use those sorts of things to help pay for reputation.
I didn't look when I started up. Is this game still in early access?
Oh no, it hasn't been for a while. A couple years.
It shows you how long it's been since I was paying attention.
Right. Oh, I am out of
Run away, butterfly! Run away! That is a chainsaw. You do not want to be near it. Hey,
so those butterflies, I don't remember what the recipe is, but there is a recipe that requires butterfly wings. I try not to kill them until I need them, though, because they give you these little buffs if you run near them.
Yes, well, I can't help it if the butterfly runs into my chainsaw. Okay? It was a suicidal butterfly.
True.
Like, it dive bombed.
True. I keep hearing these little thumps, and it's the butterflies running into stuff.
There's another one. It's trying to fly into this tree that I'm chopping. You're gonna die too if you're not careful. I'm just going for all the big wood. Provides the most.
Yeah.
The little ones aren't worth it. If the tree doesn't take up at least a quarter of my screen, then it's not big enough. Especially considering how long it takes to chop these things down.
Yeah. Yeah, the chainsaw, I don't know if they nerfed it, or if it was just always that slow, but the chainsaw is only a little bit of an upgrade from the
resource tool?
Yeah. Survival tool, yeah, that's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah, this thing is... I mean, it takes the same amount of time to chop down a tree that's half the girth of the last one. And, well, I got the same amount of wood, so...
Yeah, I think they're just basic categories of big and not big. I don't know. Yeah, at a certain point, you're not pulling out a tape measure.
I'm not. There it went again.
You're not touching that with a 12-foot pole?
No, but this stupid butterfly did.
Oh.
Just dive bombed my chainsaw again. It's like they don't want me to cut down these trees. But it's also not stopping me. They clearly have teeny tiny little brains.
Yeah.
Sorry, flutterbys. I don't know if it's bad luck in the game, but I can't really be blamed if you're doing it to yourself.
Are they just getting injured, or are they actually dying?
No, they're dying.
If they're dying, pick up the wings and toss them in the fridge.
Yeah, I've got... Well, all I'm really getting from them is... sweetener?
Oh, really?
I guess. I don't know where that came from.
So there's some butterflies that have sparkles coming out their butts, and some that don't.
They have sparkly poop?
Yeah.
We want the sparkly poop?
Well, I try not to kill those, but I think those might be the ones that drop insect parts.
I'm getting more XP from picking things up than I am from cutting these stupid trees.
Yeah, because it takes so long, and it probably only gives you one chunk of XP.
Oh, at least there's copper lying around.
Heck
But
yeah.
even that only gave me 50.
Yeah, picking weeds is probably the fastest way to level.
But of course, we need all of the other materials.
We need yeah, in this game it's like, do we need this? Yes. What is it? It doesn't matter.
If you can pick it up, take it.
Yeah.
If the F key is triggered, then you should hit it.
Like, we will put that to use.
Flowers.
I do like that they've, because it wasn't always this way. I remember when I first played this, there was a lot of materials that just seemed to go unused. But now it's like between all of the medicines and the foods, even the most random crap has a purpose.
Not the bones.
And we get Yeah, it's like we'll get the debuffs needed for the medicines too. I feel like this game is boring,
Hi, Dragonfly.
but at the same time, it's so well balanced.
Titanium bearing.
Oh, heck yeah.
That's all. That's seen better days. We got two titanium ore.
Yeah, I've been slowly accumulating titanium.
Picked up the flowers.
We'll make use of that when we build a not a small vessel, a hover vessel to go kill stuff.
Oh yeah, I remember the fun with your vessels.
Did you and I play where we had 2 matching school buses?
Yes.
Okay.
That was us.
Okay.
It was on Extra Life. I mean, we played it a lot. It wasn't just the main day.
Right, we've been playing for a while, so we had... And that probably wasn't the starter planet at all.
We did one where we started off with it, and right when the stream started, we got attacked. So it just starts with you and me getting killed. That's how the stream started.
Speaking of, I am just now remembering something from last time I played this. I think they changed it. Because in the past, the tutorial was some random place.
Yeah.
Some random planet. I don't know if they changed the tutorial or they just changed this starter planet, but if I remember correctly, the last time I played, I remember not getting attacked on this starter location.
Yeah.
In the past, that was definitely not the case. You would totally get attacked on the starter location.
Yeah, you gotta learn, right? What better way to learn than dying?
So all of this effort I'm putting into building their defenses, and sitting here thinking, yeah, I'm sitting here thinking, we totally should have been attacked by now.
But, yeah, especially now there's 2 of us.
Yeah. But then I'm remembering that, hey, maybe we don't get attacked on this starter place. Yeah, so I'm not going to bother building the rest of the turrets, because that's just a waste of materials. We can keep this base, this secondary base, and just use it for something else, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I've got the...
Ooh, butterfly with sparkles. Don't dive bomb my chainsaw.
Yeah, it's trying to chew on my multi-tool stream. Maybe they're just attracted to
the motion?
The lights or the motion or something, yeah.
I don't know, but it's getting awfully close. These butterflies have death wishes. And there it went. I tried to warn you. Yeah, I'm getting natural sweetener off these things.
Okay. Oh well. One more reason not to kill them, I guess, unless they
I'm not trying to kill them. They are killing themselves.
Yeah.
They're going to become an endangered species all unto themselves.
And then L is your light. So if you press the L button, you should have a flashlight on your shoulder.
Yeah, but it says I have to wear the helmet to do it.
Oh. Interesting. Okay. Guess I'll put the helmet on.
I mean, there is a flashlight in my... that's separate.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's... yeah. That flashlight sucks.
I mean, like, if you're going to give us a suit, right? It should have lights attached to it.
I think technically that the suit that we start with isn't really a suit. I think it's just clothes because it doesn't protect you from anything, really. Oh man, I really wish I would have remembered that we didn't need defenses here, because that takes a lot of time setting those up.
But hey, it'll be there.
Yeah. And we now have a second set of solar panels.
Power. Feel the power.
That was one of the things in the files, the file that I sent you to install. One of the things that you can change the numbers on, and it doesn't work. I don't know if it's just in multiplayer or if it's in single player too, but yeah, it's still a limit on 15.
Hmm. Okay. Those there.
You wouldn't get any levels from it, but if you want something more boring, even more boring to do, I'm trying to get rid of all these spacer blocks.
Well, you really know how to sell it.
Yeah, this game, it's like, I think people don't like how boring it can be. Like, you'd really have to have, like, you want that mix of a little bit mindless, but super complicated at the same time.
I don't mind it. But I don't go into games with expectations.
Yeah.
That helps with a lot of things. Like, I enjoy movies that other people just rail on because they went in expecting one thing and got something else.
Right. It's like, I've heard so many good things about No Man's Sky. Like, I guess it was... I own it, but I haven't played it. And it's because it had such poor reviews at launch. And so even though it's gotten so much better,
yeah,
I'm like,
that's a good
you know
example.
what? I've got Empyreon. Like, it satisfies that. And in No Man's Sky, like, if you play multiplayer, you can't share bases. Like, we're on the same team, you know, the same faction.
So everybody's got to build their own.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't like that. Yeah, I've got 3 of these sparkly butterflies all just trying to die.
They've
apparently left you. Yeah.
Yeah, they seem to be congregating in that area over there in the woods that I just cut down that are right near where the base was. Because where I'm over here, they're gone.
Grassy areas next to woods.
Oh, no. Bit of a delay on the changing weapons thing.
Uh-oh.
So, like, if you change weapons, it just takes a moment for it to catch up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what that one does. That's an old command. Gotta fix that. So, just ignore that one. I am not offering to run 500 miles. Not in this place. I gotta get my stamina up. This place is very high altitude.
Hot? Oh, yeah.
No, yeah, it can get hot, but in the mornings, even in the summer, it's fine. It's not humid, so. But no, it's the altitude.
Yeah, I was worried moving back here.
Level 5.
I was worried about the altitude, but I've been fine. I did see something suggesting that if you grew up with it, you're better off. But I don't actually know that.
It really is just a matter of planning. You just have to know what your climate is, know what you want to do, and then have a plan to acclimate to it. It's the people that don't bother acclimating that run into problems. You know, like all
that makes sense.
The people that sent groups out to help my father-in-law on his ranch. They just think they're invincible because they're teenagers, and then day 1 they work themselves too hard, and day 2 they're down with heat exhaustion.
Like,
you're no good to helping if you're sick, and then someone else is having to take care of you.
I learned that the hard way in New Jersey.
Oh, New Jersey.
Yeah, it was. So I had a couple parts to pre-deployment training. The combat training part was in New Jersey, and the day we were at the range, it was like, I mean, now record heat means something different. Like the last 10 years have been crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But at that point, yeah, it was a heat wave on the East Coast, and so when we were going out to the rifle range where there was no trees for
Mm-hmm.
for for shade, it's like 104 degrees Fahrenheit. We do a quick Celsius conversion there.
How much again? 104?
104. Yeah.
That's like 39. 39, almost 40.
Yeah. Which isn't, I mean, that's really hot, but it's not abnormal, right? Yeah, that's 40. Like, almost exactly. You know, especially like here in Utah, it gets up above 104 plenty during the summer. But we were in full body armor and helmets and everything. And I was drinking plenty of water. You know, I had eaten breakfast. But people were struggling with the heat, and I was seemingly doing fine, so I was trying to help everybody else. You know, like running back and forth instead of like staying inside the air-conditioned building. I was like going and bringing water to people, bringing snacks to people.
You were out making all the mistakes.
Right, so when we got back to base and we were in line to clear our weapons and go inside, I was still feeling fine, cleared my weapon, went in, and within 30 or 40 seconds of being in air conditioning, I dropped. I just hit the ground. Like, I don't want to say I passed out because I didn't lose consciousness, but I just, like, my muscular control just gave up, and they had to take me to the ER.
Okay, game question.
Okay.
I'm in the tech tree. I forgot you have to go in there. So, what do you want me to spend my unlock points on? Are they universal? Are they shared?
No, but we'll get so many points that
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. The first thing we're gonna need to focus on is a hovercraft for like mining operations. We'll need weapons and better armor. I've been putting my points into base building stuff, so that's not so much of an issue.
Okay. So it doesn't really matter.
Super matter, yeah. Yeah, because you'll get so many points that it'll just be irrelevant.
Okay, well, I'll unlock all of the level 3 ones that I can.
Okay.
I always forget you gotta do this.
Yeah. My general rule of thumb is I don't unlock anything until I need it.
Yeah.
But
base building stuff is stuff you need.
Yeah. I'm not sure how experience points work with building, else I would say, hey, come build stuff with me. I'm not sure we get points from just laying concrete down.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure we get points from laying items down, like building pieces, but not this crap.
Alright, I'm out of points for now.
Dang. What level are you?
Level 5.
Nice.
So I hadn't done it. You know, obviously it takes a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was nice. I actually got some video of me playing the games with my niece and nephew. I need to transfer it and make use of it. I need to actually make a couple of videos.
What were you playing?
Mostly those board games. I just got some pictures and did that. I was there for a week, so I had time to play, and I hadn't seen them. I mean, the last time I'd seen Alexis, the one who was born at the Children's Miracle Network Hospital, She was one and a half,
Wow.
and yeah, now she's almost 15 or 15. So it had been a bit.
Right.
They had lived up there for a long time. They lived on the East Coast and then in Europe for
Mm-hmm.
the better part of 14 years. So, as you know, over
Speaking
time,
of,
there's always
yeah.
little things that come up with family. Gotta deal with. Family's complicated.
Family is complicated. What? Are these halvesies?
Hmm.
Trying to figure out why I can't place.
You're not holding your mouth right. That's
Yeah, I
generally
mean,
the
I'm,
reason.
I'm definitely. That's usually the reason. Yeah.
It's almost the perfect. My favorite temperature to run at is 10 degrees Celsius, which is 50 degrees Fahrenheit. I do all my whenever I run at that temperature, whatever distance I'm running, if I'm used to it, or not, I always will run better at that temperature. Not really sure why, but my marathon best was at 50 degrees. All of my other PRs for half marathons and the 10 miler were always at 50 degrees. Not really sure what it was, but
Probably whatever rate your body produces heat while you're exerting yourself just matches up perfectly with the amount you're dissipating while running.
yep. Well, I always prefer to run in colder temperature because, like you said, your body's going to generate heat and it needs to dissipate it. And if you got the outside cool air helping, but I've also never run a full marathon without it raining on me.
Yeah, I guess that depends on how
One of my
warm it is
slowest,
outside, too.
my best time was actually in Seoul. But I had been working really hard to improve my time on that one. The one in Frankfurt just caught me off guard with the wind, but it also rained. Like, I don't know whose brilliant idea it was to have, like, oh man, it was like 10 miles, maybe? Almost that distance of the course, running parallel to the airport, which is the way the winds, they would blow east to west. So you're guaranteed on half of that to be running into the wind. And it would have been better that day. It would have been better if the winds had been going east. So then you would have been slow going out, but then when you're wore out and running back in, you'd have the wind at your back. Oh no, that day they were blowing west. So that was my worst time. So I really don't like the marathon distance. It's just too long. It's too much training, so much food to eat. Half marathon is great because you can practice to run. You can train just to run 10 miles. At that point, it's only 3 extra miles.
But the marathon, it's the same training, but you also have to get your body adjusted to the just brutalizing it.
Yep. And by the time you get halfway through, you're spending multiple times a week, depending on how fast you are. Most people aren't Olympic speed, so you're spending upwards of 3 hours every workout to train, and you're eating progressively more calories. By the time you get to the end, you're consuming 4,000 calories a day.
And that's just not good.
Yeah, and you never really practice beyond 20 miles. I never actually crested 20 miles in any of my training. I got to 18, and that was good enough for me.
Yeah, because at some point it's just you just have to keep pushing.
If your legs are strong, if you got good strong legs and your core is strong, then it's just a mind game at that point. Yeah. Mind game, and have you been eating?
So you could very clearly tell me, but I don't need to be told how bad this is. But in Afghanistan, I came to the realization that when we were doing missions, dismounted missions, I think my gear, when I weighed it all out, it was about 150 pounds worth of gear. And so when we were hiking up the mountainsides and whatnot, and I had all that gear, I came to the realization that it didn't really matter how much time I spent in the gym. Like,
Mhm.
I was in decent shape. I was in great shape. But like, the gym time, it didn't reduce the suckiness factor of it
Yeah.
whatsoever.
No, it doesn't. I mean, there's a point where you're just gonna have to suffer, and you could be working out at the optimal levels.
I was
And
obviously having some mental issues, so I made the really poor decision to just stop going to the gym.
which is one of the only things to do when you're out there.
Well, I bought a nice laptop PC to play games on, but yeah.
Fridge. Okay,
So yeah, I think what we need to be doing is getting a small vessel, or hover vessel, built that we can go out mining with.
okay. Well, I don't have any tech tree points right now, so.
Okay. I can start building parts.
Where do you track your level?
Other than the tech tree menu, I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe...
I know you see your level, but it's like how do you know when you're going to get to the next tier?
Oh, like the experience progression.
Yeah, there's none of that.
I don't know.
Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah. I am not seeing it anywhere.
I remember wondering this before. Thinking, where might it be? Hi.
Yeah, because it's not on our... Oh, stats. Maybe there. Yes. Alright, so on your inventory menu, so press tab, and on the right-hand side, instead of survival constructor, go
there
stats.
It is. Okay. So I need about 3,000 points. Time to go loot some things. Well, where are you deconstructing?
I've already finished the deconstructing.
Oh, okay, never mind. Where? Oh, there you are. Yeah. Like, there's nothing on the screen that highlights you. I have to actually find you. I'm gonna run right at you with my chainsaw.
On the map?
On the map, I can see you.
Yeah.
But like right now, like the bar, your health points with your name and everything, it's not on there unless I get up real close. So.
Right. Yeah.
Let's break up some rocks. Hey, it's worth 50 XP each time.
Yep, it works.
And it gives us crushed stone. What did you spend your Friday night doing? Blowing up rocks. With a laser drill. Not nearly as exciting as blowing them up with sticky bombs.
Right, the sticky bombs don't give us...
materials.
I don't think they give us materials.
Yeah, they blow everything up. Unlike in Terraria, where you blow it up and everything is then available to you.
Oh, but yeah, like the hover vessel drill machines, those are just beautiful. You just rip up so much earth.
And, hello tree, I am your death. Give me your XP. I'll take the wood too, but I really want the XP.
Right? It's like, that's the real goal. Yes.
You've been living for so long. I want all of your life experience. What? Only 50 points? Boy, you led a boring life.
So do you get the same amount of experience from regardless the size of the rock or the tree?
Yep. I get
so you could just cut down like all the small ones.
Yeah, I get more XP from running around grabbing grain.
Yep. Then we can turn grain into bread, so that works.
I think at this point the only thing about the trees is the wood that you can turn into biofuel. That's its biggest appeal.
So I've been told by somebody that they felt this was kind of cheat-ish. You know, like different things that like games will allow you to do this or that don't feel quite fair.
Cheesing.
Promethium. So you need Promethium to build like the basic fuel cells, and you need those to make explosives. So you don't need Promethium to make explosives, you need the fuel cells.
Yes.
So I would always put the biofuel into a fuel tank, because when you extract the fuel from a fuel tank, you get basic fuel cells. So you can use the explosives long before you find Promethium.
Nice. I think the big rock gave me a lot more.
I would hope so. I would really hope so.
But it's hard to tell because I did grab a bunch of plant fiber before, and I was distracted by something on my phone when the rock broke.
Okay.
30 points available. Hover vessel. Oh, let's do cargo. RCS. Trying to get all the ones that are low in number.
Right. Yeah.
Spread the points as much as possible.
And realistically, yeah, we can get what we need with like a low end one. We only need the higher end stuff when we have to worry about things like being killed.
Well, yeah, that's just minor.
But if we don't have to worry about drone attacks and whatnot here, then...
Well, yes, but... Okay. Used all those points, mostly on hover vessel stuff. See, the nice thing about the survival tool is it tells you how long the tree has until it gives up the ghost.
Oh, right. Yes. Yes.
So technically the chainsaw is faster, but you don't...
What we should do... Oh, go ahead.
But you don't know, because... It's like...
If you find two trees that are about the same size, let me know and I'll come over and we'll chop them down. You with the chainsaw, me with the...
Oh, that's not hard to find trees that are the same size. No, it's like, when are you ready to come over?
I need to go eat first and then I'll come over.
Yes, I did forget about that. So I went and had some burgers. Dino burgers. Have you read Project Hail Mary?
Nope. I don't know what it is at all.
Oh, it's another Andy Weir, so The Martian.
Okay.
This one is about...
oh, yeah, look on your mini-map right now. It doesn't show you... It doesn't show me as a little green arrow.
No, you are on the mini-map. I mean on the screen as I'm looking around. I can see the house.
Oh.
I can see the house. But there's nothing that indicates where you are. I have to actually be looking at it. And I could have sworn that was something that was...
Let me look in options really quick, see if I can find...
Yeah, it's an end-of-the-world kind of story. But it's really good. Zoe and I listened to it over and over. I think she's finally gotten a little bored with it, but if you start talking about it, she'll immediately hop in. I just re-listened to it, and it's the burgers. There's a point where he's eating a burger, and he calls it the name burger, and you're just it's a spoiler, so I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's quite funny.
These two?
Yeah, they're relatively the same size. So which one do you want? Chainsaw?
I'll take this one right here.
I got the chainsaw.
Yeah.
All right.
Resource mode. I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go. As close as the internet will let us.
Yeah. And I will stop as soon as I hear your chainsaw stop.
My chainsaw stop. It's got to reload.
Yep.
And go. This is so exciting. I'm done.
I'm at 10 out of 245.
So you're relatively close.
So at that point, yeah, it doesn't make sense to even use the chainsaw.
Yeah, because it's just burning.
Let me
your
just check
biofuel.
to see how much life these others have. Yeah, it's like they're all 245. Yeah, it was literally just a fraction of a second faster.
Yeah, and I can use
That's good to know. Yeah, that saves us
biofuel.
You know, it makes it faster.
I'm not even going to touch that one. Here, you want the chainsaw?
Don't cross the streams. I'll just take it. Yeah, I'll go take it back.
There you go. You want the biofuel also?
Yeah, I'll take that back as well.
There you go.
Yeah, I wonder if that was intentional. Because I could have sworn I remember the chainsaw being really good at some point.
Well, I mean, I remember that the chainsaw was an upgrade in Satisfactory. But, I don't know. It almost feels like the chainsaw was first and then they added the function to this later.
Oh, that would make sense.
But again, it goes back to that cost. Using the chainsaw uses your logs, your biofuel, when you could be using that for something else.
Yeah. Definitely just not worth it.
This thing seems to have an endless battery.
Uh-huh. Now, the vehicle-based shredder is absolutely worth the cost of fuel.
I remember
You
that.
can knock out multiple trees at once.
Yeah, I remember that thing. See, that's where you want all your biofuel to be used.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still...
Or in explosives.
the tree still takes forever, and it's only giving 50 XP. Whereas running around getting grain, you're getting XP so much faster.
Yeah, please feel free to grab plants.
Plus, it's more interesting to watch me
whatever.
running around in the forest like I'm crazy. Who says I'm not? The voices in my head say I'm not. God, pick up the green.
I guess I can get that.
It's faster if you're not F key challenged. Which I seem to be right now. But I was also using the main keyword instead of my gaming attachment.
Right.
Cannot use the same keys that I same keyboard that I game with to write with. I cannot tell you how frustrating it is to not have the spacebar work correctly.
The spacebar doesn't work correctly?
If you game with a game with the keyboard that constantly uses the spacebar for jump, over time the keys start to wear out. So when you're writing, you go to hit space and it doesn't hit it, and next thing you know, you've got 3 words in a row all together with no space.
Yeah.
So that's why I have separate keyboards.
I think that's supposed to be one of the benefits to mechanical keyboards is instead of having to buy a whole new keyboard, you can just buy a new switch.
Yeah. So did you see that thing?
This is my first I've ever owned.
So did you see that thing in the community promotion channel on Discord that Extra Life posted?
No.
It's the incentive that starts in 2 hours.
Oh, in their Discord or your?
No, in my Discord.
No, I'm not.
No, in my Discord, in the community promotion channels where they shared it. Because it's just how
promotion.
It's up near the top, and you'll see the key in there. I think it's supposed to make the escape key a little easier to hit.
I am not seeing it.
Alright, so if you scroll, it's under the announcements group.
Okay. Deathline Streams announcements. Oh, okay. I see.
So when you click in there, it's like not the last
weird.
2 things, but that thing right there. You see that?
So essentially you would want a key that you never use.
Yeah. So like escape. You would hit that. It's angled. If you look at it, it's angled. It's angled. So when you reach up to hit escape, your finger, the tip of your, because I use my pinky, the tip of your pinky would hit the escape.
Oh, I use my middle finger. I move my whole hand.
Oh yeah, I think I do it wrong. I think I do the whole ASDW thing wrong. I have my pinky on the A, and my ring
No, that's
finger.
correct.
Okay, that's it. Yeah, that's how I do it.
Yeah, you should have little nubbins on F and J.
Yeah, on a regular keyboard you do, but this little extra edition I have doesn't have them. Wait a minute, I minimized the wrong thing. Go.
Yeah, I just moved my whole hand for the escape. That's too far for me to move my pinky up without moving the hand anyway.
Yeah, it really just depends on my. Actually, yeah, I think I do. Now that I'm just doing it without thinking about it, it's either the middle or the ring finger that hits it. But either way, what that does is it adds a little thing that sticks up to it. So when you hit it, when you reach up to hit it, you're hitting it a split second sooner. Although why you'd want to hit the escape key a split second sooner? Maybe like the games like Terraria where you're in your bag and you need to get out of it. I don't know. But it also looks like it's designed specifically for, like the color and everything is designed for the Extra Life keyboard reward from last year, which I do have that keyboard. So, but it looks like it replaces the escape key. The escape key. I just said escape. Words are hard. What am I doing? I'm almost to level 7. Only need 2,200 more plants. No, I need 11 plants. 3, 4. I get to do the thing I did in Fallout 76. Run around and pick up flowers. Here's some more. There are blue ones and there are white ones. I should have done it. Oh, I did my math wrong. Doi. I was picking on you for your multiplication earlier. For some reason, my head thought that I was getting 200 per plant. But it's all 100, so I need, instead of 11, I need 22. These feel like they should have something in them. I mean, they're pretty.
Right.
I feel like they should have something in them. Oh, I'm back near the flutterpies. I've never been around so many suicidal butterflies. I've seen a lot of suicidal flies and gnats that just dive right into something that's going to kill them, but not butterflies. That's a new one. It's not something I woke up today expecting I'd be saying. There are suicidal butterflies.
Right.
I guess this is why you get up every day, right? Because you never know what's going to throw at you. Like a power supply failing right before you're supposed to stream.
Jeez.
I'm making fun of it on purpose. Because, I mean, seriously, it could have gone a lot worse.
So annoying. Right, yeah.
The fact that I was able to just hop in a car and drive, like in Del Rio, I would have had to wait until tomorrow to get something. I'll see they do have it. They have buds. Level 7.
Yeah, so buds, I forget whether you make coffee with it or beer, but one or the other.
I'm unlocking more on the hover vessel so I can help make it.
Alright, I'm getting some parts built. We'll have to wait and see what working out. Very likely need more components.
You think?
Let's see, how are we doing? So right now, I don't know what it's going to be.
Don't know what's going to be.
The required, like, what we're going to run out of first.
Ah, right. always run out of something. It's annoying when you only have 1 point left and everything's too expensive. Alright, so I need 100 plants. Yay.
100 plants for what?
100 plants for the next level.
Yeah. Building a hover vessel might help, but again, I don't know what we're... Figure we build the components first, and then we can...
I can come help you build. That's something new for today.
Well, the parts have to be built first.
Oh.
So they're just in the queue for construction.
Oh, right. Which means we have to wait.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. I can come empty my bags.
Probably need to eat. I need to eat.
Yeah, I'm at 270. But it's going down quickly. So... buds and spice and grain.
Everything nice.
Yeah, all that stuff. How do you pick up just one of an item?
I always use... Let me see. So, right-clicking...
Cuts it in half.
Like, cuts it in half. Left shift... Or shift left-click will move all of it.
Yeah.
I
mean, I don't mind taking half of a pile that's so small, but...
I'm not sure if there is other shortcut keys.
Okay. Well, I ate 2 of the burgers. No, I got more stuff to put in here. Or maybe I'm looking at the wrong one. There we go.
So what we can do with the hover vessels, I like to build like a little construction platform.
Yeah.
Essentially just make it so we can actually get and build from underneath too.
Yeah. So every now and then I peek in there and watch Art playing VR, playing Beat Saber. It is hilarious. She really gets into it. It's not just moving the arms. She squats and gets down into it and everything. And she wakes up the next day and goes, "Why are my legs hurting?" I'm like, well, let me show you a video I made of you. Actually, I'm just gonna leave the helmet on. Because our faces are ugly.
Yes, they are.
What is this? What is this?
I'm building a little ramp that we can build our hover vessel on.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna ride my bike and go look.
See what can be found. Good idea.
Hmm.
And see what can be found. That's a good idea.
Yep. What is the crown?
I think that's the system or the moon, the planet, or the...
Yeah, it's 0.3 AU. It's got to be the planet. That's a long ways. That's like 30 million miles.
Yeah.
There's something over here. Tall and
yeah.
green.
I have intentionally not done any exploring other than to get some material, like some materials nearby.
There's something here.
We could...
It's a tower.
Yeah, that's for the story mode stuff.
It's an
which
obelisk.
I think doesn't. Yeah.
And a scientist camp, and I discovered the progenitors. So much fun. Let's pick up some stuff while we're over here. Oh, and grab my plants. Herbal leaves. That's new. That's new.
Herbal leaves are good.
I think I found. Well, stop going to a different mode. I gotta change modes because I moved it on the hotkey.
Oh.
I got iron and carbon. Is that you? I just heard making noise.
I coughed.
Oh.
Well, cleared my throat. Hacking.
Haggity smack.
Yep. Don't talk back.
I was wondering.
You remember that song?
Yeah.
Yakety yak. Oh, that's a Fallout song.
Yeah, it
Obviously, it wasn't made by them. They use
but it's older, so yeah.
old-timey music, yeah. Okay, how is this coming along? Yeah, we may need to go out and just find a bunch of... we're still doing okay on materials.
Good. I'm checking the Extra Life Discord to see if anybody commented on the total raise so far.
Okay.
Streaming support. Nope. Nothing but people not following the rules.
That's too bad.
By that I mean they are posting in the wrong channel. You're not allowed to post anything but your actual Extra Life. They won't even let you use the shortened version that they give you. It's like once your page is at live, you can use like your name. So like extralife.org/participant/ and then a name. And they don't even let you use that part. That one.
Wow.
Not really sure why, but I mean, I like the fact that they're telling people you have to use the Extra Life page link instead of
right, because it's gonna
short. Yeah,
it'll increase chances of people participating themselves.
Yeah, it'll take them, and it keeps the focus on the charity instead of individual people's pages. Like I use my URL for all my stuff. I couldn't share that one in that channel, but I think if your domain has hit the wrong button. If your domain has the ability to allow alternate URLs for the same page, then they both should count. But it's something with the way the server is set up. You know you did it right if the preview appears. Ooh, what's this? I see. Oh, titanium. And only 50 XP. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hello, ugly.
Oh! Fresh meat.
Well, he was ugly. And my game music changed.
Oh, like fighting music?
It changed to fighting music after the battle is pretty much over. Oh, wrong one. I have an open wound. Guess I should come back there.
Let me see what kind of... Oh, actually, can I make... Let me see if I can make medical devices. I should be able to.
Something mitigated it. I didn't do anything. I just got on the hover bike.
You're almost dead.
I know, but something mitigated it. I got a message on the screen saying it was mitigated. Oh, it's still going down though. Oh wait, where do I go? Where's the bell?
I think we need to just... Oh, eat some burgers. Get your health up first. And we'll deal with fixing it after that. open wound, you said?
Well, I think it
bandages. Bandages. Do you have any?
No. Where are they? They're not in here, are they?
I just put them in there. I should have dropped them on the ground. And then in your hotbar.
Yeah. Well, I could just right-click on them and with shift in my bag, and it uses it.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Feel free to keep half of those.
Okay. There. I dropped it for you.
Thank you.
Stupid monster. Oh, I'm going back over there.
And in the meantime, I'm building medical devices.
Ah. Smart.
I saw how slowly they were crafting. I was like, this is not fast enough. You're going to die.
Well, I appreciate your quick action. Although, this is weird. We've been playing Empyrean for like an hour and a half plus, and no one has died. Normally on Extra Life streams, somebody's died by now.
Yeah.
More iron. I call them iron bearings. Shouldn't it be node?
Not bearings. So what you're seeing is they're just leaving off the word ore at the end. The ore is bearing the iron. Or the ore is bearing the silica, whatever.
I guess it makes sense. There's a lot of it over here. It's just sitting on the ground, of course, no nodes. What's with all these flowers I can't pick up? This is unacceptable. I am still poisoned.
Oh, you have poison as well? Yeah, come back. Stats. So put your cursor over on the right.
Yeah, I see it.
Do you see it? Yeah.
Infected. Mitigate antibiotic pills.
Alright, let me commit this
Or
antibiotics.
use medical station type 2, antibiotic injection. Alright, I'm coming.
Let's see, so...
Case.
It's... You said it's infected?
Oh no, I'll come to you.
Well, it's going to make a difference because the different devices treat different things.
Okay, so it says...
Yeah, so you'll want to hit the third one.
Antibiotic pills.
No, I've got a device then you can use. You want to use the third one from the pillar.
This one right here? Or this one?
And then the first one will heal you.
Oh, why, thank you. That's a very good machine. I like that one. More of that, please. Okay, so I'm not... Well, what? Is this getting water? Is that a pump out there?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to explore along the coast here. And not go over where Mr. Nasty Pants is.
Before you go, there is a sniper rifle.
Oh, and I got mats to turn in.
Alright, so there's a sniper rifle and ammo for it in the gearbox.
Meat. All kinds of goodies. I'll leave this in here for now. Oh, you're using that one.
Yeah, the gearbox. Yep.
Well, no, I just was going to put mats in there. That was all.
Okay, I'm out of it. I need to eat a boiga.
Yeah, I put the one I had in there. Don't need it right now. Alright, now I'm going to go along the water and see what I find.
I can come with you. Can I come with you?
I guess. I mean, we can go, we can go wherever.
Yeah.
We can go wherever.
Since
we can
these...
have fun shooting things. Those are taking a while.
Well, if we find like a node like copper, iron, or whatever, if we find a node that also has nasties nearby, you can shoot the nasties and I can mine the crap.
Small wreckage.
Dismantle this small wreckage, yeah.
Ah! The game paused for a second and then I ran into a tree.
Ooh, raptors live in this biome, I think. Maybe this is
well, we had... Was it pteranodons over on the other one? I forget what that type is.
Pterodons, yeah. Or whatever they're called.
Something.
But those are passive. Those are...
Yeah.
Those are... will run away.
Run away.
I'll leave all of the pickup stuff for you.
Yes.
And all the ore nodes. I'll just start...
Dismantling?
Salvaging, yeah.
Gimme, gimme, gimme. Flowers. I shall have all the flowers. Until I get to the cargo box, then I'll have none of them. But it's good XP.
Is there a box in here? Yeah, cargo box.
Yeah, let's say that would be nice. Ooh, a big rock. Only 50 XP. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Oh, this is a much bigger one. That one only took like 5 hits from the survival tool. This one's taking quite a lot more. Just a few. That's an ugly moon.
We have a neighbor moon you're seeing?
Like it's, yeah, up above. Well, you can see it on my stream. There's a dragonfly.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I see.
That's an ugly moon. There's something wrong with that. 106 crushed stone, and I still only got 50 XP.
Oh, man. It looks like a giant barnacle or some other growth.
Yeah, or like the moon from Majora's Mask that has the face on it.
I've not played that. Is that a...
Zelda game from the Nintendo 64.
Okay.
Old game. It's
I have never played any Zelda games.
It's one of my daughter's favorites. Along with the 2 newer ones. She's obsessed with Tears of the Kingdom. I can hear like the buzzing from your tool. Ooh, we got dinos.
Okay. Raptors?
Killer
dinos?
No, these are 4-legged and they look armored.
I should probably find you. There we are.
Lizard mule.
Oh, yeah, they're passive as well. They won't fight back. So we gotta chase them.
Stop hiding behind rocks.
Can I zoom in with this sniper rifle?
Of course.
I forget.
Yeah, with your
Ah, good.
Oh man, the kickback is something else.
Right. That one's still not dead yet? There
No,
it
it
is.
is. I just saw you appear in my sniper rifle. Like, I should probably stop shooting just in case, you know.
Yeah. Well, we should test to see if it is shut off like it should be. That one. I can't.
Are you okay?
Yeah, are they dancing for you?
Oh my word. What is happening?
Yes, they are. It's like each corpse can't decide whether it's alive or dead.
Yeah. So
Or if
lovely.
that means it gives us two. No, it's just a doubling of. Yeah, and this game is not out of beta.
But it's
I mean,
not.
it is out of beta.
Yeah. People are paying for this game.
Yeah,
Well,
ridiculous.
there's a lot going on in this game. I mean, let's just be honest. There's a lot
This
going
is so
on.
amusing.
Actually, yeah. Hang on. I'm coming closer.
Flip it.
And yep. Where are you?
I'm next to the two together right here.
There. There. I created clips. We'll see how that works.
That is insanity.
They're celebrating their death.
Yeah, it's their spirits trying to get away, but they're locked in by the tail.
Oh, that's just depressing.
Yeah, they're starting to despawn, it seems.
Did you dismantle the wreckage?
I started on it, but it's not done yet, no.
Because I found fun things to shoot at. Guess what? I found another one.
Another wreckage or another fun thing to shoot at?
Another fun thing to shoot at.
Nice. I'm back at the wreckage, so I'll let you take care of him. All by your lonesome. Oh, geez, sorry, I just bumped my microphone.
They take a lot of sniper bullets.
Yeah, it's because these are just level 1 sniper rifles, so kind of crappy. Better than the dang survival tool, but... Wait, are they chasing over me? Oh yeah, they are. I can help.
It's just the babies left now. And sorry, I'm not shooting babies. I shot their milk source.
Yeah, I don't have a problem shooting the babies, but in the grasses, the babies can be hard to aim at.
It's just a waste of ammo at that point.
Yeah.
I failed to pay attention to see if I got XP for killing those things.
So there are little egg-looking, they look like Fabergé eggs on the ground.
Yeah.
Vegetables you can pick. Okay.
If it's shiny, I pick it up. And this grass, those things are shiny.
Yeah.
Oh. We got lots of carbon. Technically, we have nothing but carbon because all of this stuff has carbon in it.
Right. It just doesn't let us. So I think we can process fiber into carbon substrate.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not positive. But it's so useful because it only takes like 3 hits from the survival gun. So I always grab those.
Ding.
Nice.
What can I get on the hover vessel side? Of course. 6 points left, and everything costs 7. Oh no, I can do shutter doors. So yet again, 1 point. And now how far do we have? Whoa. Accidentally opened the console. I need 120 plants. I want to see if I get anything for dismantling some of these.
Okay. I have not seen any EXP triggering.
Nope. I'm also not seeing materials. Like nothing appeared in my bag.
It's the survival thing is a low rate of material return.
But blowing up the dinosaur bones got me something.
Yeah, like that entire thing, I got 1 steel plate.
Ugh. It's too rusty. There are a lot of plants out here. Not a lot of wheat.
No, each biome has its own.
Lots of herbal leaves. That's different. I will say, the planetscapes that they create are amazing. I think this is the standard. This being in orbit around this planet, this gas giant, is the standard for start.
Kua, this
Because I remember
this planet is
each
standard.
one I ever played by myself always started with some kind of gas giant with rings.
Yep, that's this one.
Plants, plants, and more plants. At least we don't have to wet these plants. Ooh.
So if you want to drop your perishables, I will run back and drop them in the refrigerator.
Just a second. Okay, where? There you are. Here, there's a clearing right here. Conveniently cleared out. I'll just give it all.
Yeah, you got lots of milk.
Yeah, I'll just give it all to you. There you go. Have fun. I'm gonna go grab some more plants.
Okay.
I'm grabbing everybody's plants. Everyone but my own.
Now we'll check on our resource levels while all that crap is building.
So I've been editing fall.
Yep.
It's pretty clean in terms of edits. There were some things where it was obvious when I was going through and tightening up the dialogue, where there were just some things that I just didn't account for, like, carefully.
Right.
But not a lot. Like, I just went through an entire chapter where there were no suggestions.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm having to go back and seed a couple of things in there to make sure. Like, early on, one of the things he mentioned was making the stakes of this particular book a little more obvious earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So, and as soon as he said that, I thought of a way to do it. But right now I'm going through that first section and just doing all the cleanup stuff.
Yeah.
And then I'll go back and do the content edit. That's an easy one. There's an entire, like, there's a sequence in the book that takes up 11 chapters. It's all basically one long sequence. And that one, he wants me to pare that one down. The thing is, though, like, he gets a little lost in the action. But I have been told repeatedly by readers, new and ones who I've asked later, that they actually really enjoyed the way I wrote the action because it was easy to see. I actually have had people ask me to give some lessons on how to write action. So I don't know. I'll have to I'm gonna schedule a call with them next week so I can talk to them about that. But there are definitely some areas that I can remove at least some descriptives because there are some that are a bit repetitive.
I need to use the restroom. Be right back.
Okay. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Well, I would point, you know, from me to the camera to show you, but you just have to assume I'm pointing to the right from on the screen. Right there, you can see our goal for the year. I started this in 2021. I think actually I did do it in 2021 was the first time. Because for a long time I was 1,000 was good for me. But I realized if I started setting higher goals, it would motivate people to donate, and I've got some pretty consistent people who like to donate every year. But as you can see, we are more than halfway. I think it's like 60%. It was like 59% before today, and then we got a $25 donation from a former coworker of mine, someone I helped train run. Oh, it's always nice when that stuff comes back. A couple other people that are going to donate today before they go to bed. But we do this to support the hospital in Anchorage, Alaska, Children's Hospital Providence. You see that over there, farther on the screen, bottom left. That's the hospital that my niece was born at. She was premature, 26 weeks. She tried to come at 21 weeks, and my sister had to spend 5 weeks on bed rest, inverted, to keep her from coming out early. And then she spent 79 days. I do this enough you think I remember that, but it has been a year since I did an extra live stream, so I'll forgive myself. It's about 79 days in the NICU. I was going to try to go down to the hospital when I was up there in February, but the people who I reached out to before never got back to me. So if I do go back up for another con, I will reach out to them again. I'm not going this year though, because it's great, it's fun, and I made a lot selling at that con, but the plane ticket up there meant it was pretty much a break even.
Which con was this?
The Alaska one.
Oh, okay.
It was great because I was one of the only authors there. There were a couple of them, but they were a little more well known because they're from Alaska and stuff, or they came in with a huge platform when they started writing. So it was quite fun.
I've got a present for you.
Okay. In the game?
Yep, it's going to be behind you.
See, you could sneak up on me in this game and I wouldn't even know.
Yeah, it's in the box behind you.
All this for 50 XP. 62 crushed stone. A meat burger. Ooh, yummy.
Okay, this one behind us.
Good grief. That's just no. We're removing the butt plug.
Yep. I wasn't gonna say it out loud.
That was just poor design. Poor design. Yeah, I get the same XP if you do it with me. So.
Yeah, we can do that. No, I just don't want to do the last hit.
I don't know if it matters.
I've been intentionally not doing the last hit.
Well, here, there's a big rock over here. Let's try it on this one. And when I get near the end, I'll stop.
Or I'll just see if I get XP from your last hit.
Okay, that works.
I got 50. Did you get any?
I got none. So the last hit does count. These are kind of small. Here, no, it's also 46. These are really tiny.
Right? Like, they look big, but they don't have the... Just soften them up for you.
No, I'll turn around then. Brr. I'm at halfway. I'm halfway. Man, there was a plant inside the rock, and by getting the rock, I destroyed the plant.
Oh, that stinks.
It's not like there are there was these herbal leaves. We do not lack herbal leaves around here.
Yeah. Grab the white. The
white.
These are plant fibers.
Yeah, I've been grabbing them everywhere I go. They stand out the most.
Yeah.
That's where like all those plant fibers I sent back with you. Almost all of them were from these white plants.
Nice.
Besides the herbal leaves, I think the herbal. Are the herbal leaves giving herbal leaves? Or yeah, they are. Oh, see, now that's a pretty moon. Those are pretty. I like those moons. It's that one over there on the right that's a piece. Skillon?
Oh, man.
Aren't those pretty?
Yeah.
The view is
So
amazing.
I think what that is,
mm-hmm.
I think they're showing us the mountain ranges.
Oh, well, yeah. But it doesn't look as bad on the other two. That one looks like it's seen things.
Yeah, it's like the smaller it is, the more noticeable the mountains are. Like the more pronounced.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, have you seen those pictures people do of Earth without its atmosphere? And without its atmosphere and without its water? It's ugly. It's just a scarred mess.
Earth is not pretty. Brown.
Very brown, yeah. But I was thinking more of the jaggedness. It's like...
Oh.
It's like someone took a giant, like, hacksaw to it and just started smashing it from the side. Actually, one of those pictures is where I got the idea for how some of the shells would look in the Future Worlds books. Ooh, I found animals. Ooh, headshots do matter.
Yeah. They just have to be kind of facing you for it to be doable.
Come here, little critters.
Got 2 adults and a baby, but the other babies ran away. I can take the perishables back again.
Oh, that thing was at half, and it should have taken multiple shots. And they're dancing again. And the headshot, it turned around and looked at me, and the headshot took the rest of its HP out in one shot. But if you want to see dancing dead monsters,
I see him dancing. Yep.
What is this
nonsense? Crazy, man.
I'm sure it drives the people crazy that make the game.
Yeah. Okay, if you hold still, drop the perishables.
Are you, you want me to drop them?
Yeah, I'll take the perishables. Put them in the fridge.
Should I just give you everything?
Sure.
Okay, that's all the perishables. They give lots of milk. And this is the not so perishable. That's my burger. Just die, why won't you? They will eventually despawn, I'm guessing.
Yes. Southwest.
1 minute.
So we are out of copper, and we're going to be out of silica soon. So
well, copper and silica was closer over the other direction. I found more copper over closer to the base. Out here, it's just been iron and carbon. So if that's what we need, I'll head back that way. Oh, this is a big rock. 183 hit points. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong key. That one. I keep hitting the key, hitting one like there's a key that I can hit to just mount. Because that would just be too easy. Alright, so let me head back over to the base. I am about 12 plants away from... something like that. Less than 20. Less than 10. No. I'm done
It's a
doing
number.
math. I'm done doing
Yeah.
math.
It is a number.
Alright, somewhere over here I know there was more. There was copper and silica was what you said?
Mhm.
We're fine.
Primarily copper, but we will, as soon as we have enough copper, we're going to run out of silica as well.
If only there was an ore scanner. But it wouldn't catch all this stuff on the ground, would it?
No. Just deposits.
Yeah. So that would be useless. Who cares about the stuff lying around on the surface? Well, one nice thing about being gone for a while is all of these plants have respawned. Buds, buds, and more buds. So we went to Spirit of Halloween. Here's some copper for the day after Halloween. You know, just to look around.
Okay.
And they were selling some of their decorations. So one of them was this giant gazebo. It's basically cardboard, stuff like that. But it's massive. Like you can walk through it, kind of thing. And they were selling it for $15. So Michelle messaged one of her high school friends because he's really into decorating for Halloween and asked him if he wanted it, and that's what I spent yesterday doing. I was helping him dismantle the store helped us dismantle it, but then we had to load it up and take it. So it's now taking up his atrium until he gets a better storage system for it. But next year he'll be able to, because he has a corner lot. It's a perfect place to set that thing up, and we're gonna help him. We don't get a lot of traffic over here where we are for Halloween, so celebrating over there is just as fun. At least then we'll be able to give out candy.
I did not. So I don't get anybody where I live, but my mom usually gets people, and she did not get very many.
Well,
there was a bunch of people out.
Yeah.
I think
a lot of them are doing like local area things, like you go to a certain place and you just like trunk or treat kind of thing.
Right. No, there was a lot of kids out. I think it was just they don't. So she has like her front door is behind. Like there's a tiny little like screen door area you can like step in, stomp your feet.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the kids were just like either yelling trick or treat or knocking on the screen door instead of like stepping in and ringing the doorbell.
Are you dead? Are you dead? Don't poison me.
Yeah.
I don't want poisoned. Oh. I got tech tree upgrades.
I found a copper deposit, so I'm chewing it up right now.
Yeah, I have a lot of copper deposits.
Well, when I say deposit, I don't mean the node, like the little...
What? Oh, you found an actual deposit?
Yeah. Like the underground big old chunk you have to chew through. It's just small, though, so... I mean, we'll still get a lot, but not...
Yeah.
Not uber amounts.
Alright, leveled up again. Now what do I need? 130 plants. Of which I'm 17 in already.
What level are you now?
I just looked at it and I forgot. I am level 9.
Nice. I think I'm level 11. Let me check. Oh, 14.
We're getting there. So, one of the main reasons why I decided to stream a little tonight was just to test. More people will be on watching tomorrow. Just in general. But I figure if I'm gonna have a little like a time to test and see how things go.
Day prior to the main event.
Yeah, because some people are like I've seen people dropping in and out. No chatters, just passive viewers.
Yeah.
It's kind of what I expected. Titanium.
Yeah, when you said titanium bearing, in my head it's the adverb.
Yeah.
Or the adjective? It's an adjective.
Yes.
Or is it an adverb? I don't know what that is.
A bearing? A bearing's a noun.
Right. It didn't occur to me that you were thinking of it or referring to it as the noun, so it didn't seem strange to me at all.
Oh, yeah. Wow. One shot and that titanium exploded. Confetti moss scrappings give us what?
Probably 50. No! Grab it, pick it.
Plant fibers. What? Oh, the moss.
You have to pick it.
Oh, well, I won't do that again.
Yeah, it looks like it should be.
Right. See, like this, I know. This is a vegetable. A big, giant vegetable. Well, hi, Dimmer.
We have a Dimmer joining?
He just messaged me on Facebook.
Oh.
I messaged to see if he was still alive. His response, for a few more weeks, which means until he turns, let's see, 44? No, 45.
42?
He'll be 45. Because his 40th birthday, we went to Disney World.
Oh,
and that was in, well, we did. He and I did, and our families. That was where I discovered my favorite ever hard cider. That's the Swedish kind.
I'm always hesitant because I can't remember which one I like and which one I don't.
Well, I took a picture of it. That's how much I liked it. But it was in a bottle. Like they served it in a bottle. Like when I started looking for it in like Total Wine and stuff like that, I asked them like, so I saw this was served in a bottle. I showed them the picture. Like I've never seen that in a bottle before, but we have it in cans. Like, well, clearly people in Disney World want it delivered in a luxurious container. All right, Dimmer, let me respond to you.
It's so annoying when the node doesn't register as being gone.
Oh, so it looks like it's still there?
Yeah, it's like you can't actually find any of it inside the hole, but it says less than 10% left. Because, like, if you completely clean it, it'll disappear off the map.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you completely clean it and there's just like a microscopic speck left somewhere that you just can't see.
You have carbon. That I can shoot with the thing. I did loot the moss correctly this time.
Nice. Oh, that's me. Did we have anything nearby? Scientist camp, obelisk.
The obelisk was the thing I was looking at. Like, what is this thing? And the scientist camp is beyond it, I think.
Silicon, iron. Oh, you're way down there.
I just came over here and started walking.
Let me come catch up with you. I'll pick up the
There's some kind of resource.
perishables again.
There's some kind of resource over here.
Ooh, okay.
I'm kind of sort of heading that direction. Just getting things as I go. So apparently the operating system that Dimmer is on doesn't allow Steam.
Macintosh?
He's on a version of macOS that doesn't do Steam.
Oh my gosh. I hate Apple. Can I tell you how much I hate Apple? Like, they've made some products that I thought were good and that I liked. But in general...
Carbon ore. Yeah, they can be... They're not very friendly when it comes to playing with other ecosystems. Which is... I mean, if you go back and look at the history. I mean, that's what separated Jobs and Gates. Was Jobs was more about a stable ecosystem that they would control entirely, and Gates was more about making something that could be used by everybody everywhere.
So that's ironic because Gates stole everything.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he did. The whole GUI thing.
Not even just the GUI, like even MS-DOS, he stole.
Yeah, but that was from a different guy. From Jobs, he stole the mouse GUI concept.
Oh, okay.
And then DOS, he stole from someone else. But I think he has since paid the guy back, and then some.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. The guy's made money.
He's not made his fortune. He doesn't care now.
He's not having a rough time.
I mean, he started the Bill Gates Foundation, and almost all of his wealth when he passes away is going to go to that. Like, he was very he's interesting because he's very much, he doesn't dodge taxes more than say any rich person does. Like, but he's made sure that as much of his money will go to charity as possible, rather than the government.
And like, I don't necessarily agree with some of his choices on charitable contributions, but at the end of the day, some of them are things that I think are amazing, some of them I think are eh.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, yeah, it's
his money.
It's his money,
and his logic is, it's been a while since I read that press release, so my memory's a little fuzzy, but I'm pretty sure the logic was that he didn't necessarily trust that the government would always be one that would do things that he liked. So he'd rather put his wealth in a foundation that would, rather than trust whatever government was in power at the time to do it when he died. It's like, well, I can't argue with your logic, because you never know who's going to be.
I can, just because governments are
15 years ago.
Yeah, in a democratic society, governments are at least ostensibly answerable to the people, whereas charities are not.
Well, yeah, charities are inherently biased.
Well, not even just biased. You just
have to find the bias that you like.
Interest.
Yeah. And now you show up. After I was 300 hit points in.
Well, I mean, I was...
It's fine. I was just laughing.
Yeah. If I could get all the perishables and/or everything.
And/or everything. All right, here you go. Let me just start throwing it at you. It's too bad they don't like give you a box. You could just drop it all in.
Yeah. The hover bike, you can drop it in not the hover bike, but like a hover vessel, you can drop stuff in a box. And...
Yeah. But that requires us to be able to make one.
Yeah. We're slowly making the parts for one.
Yeah. There. Voila. I should eat my burger.
Yeah, I brought it to you when you...
But I was still only like... I was at like 450, roughly where I am now.
I thought you were like 380 something.
So I saved it, and it just put me back where I was. I was thinking that if he was willing, if he was available, we could do something that he could play too. But can't do that if Steam doesn't cooperate with his OS.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to play Minecraft. Civilization is still like, there was a point where it was working really, really well cross-platform, and then it just stopped working well after an update they did, and they never went back and addressed it.
After an update that Civ did, or an update that Apple did?
Civ.
Okay. Yeah.
Sid Meier's, whoever it is, Firaxis.
Yeah, Firaxis. Well, I mean, they probably didn't see a lot of usage of it. I mean, that's the only
Yeah.
reason I could imagine that they would get rid of, that they would make an update that would break a function.
Yeah, it's like I remember he was telling me when like after Apple announced their M1 chip, which is instead of x86, which is like the you remember the do you remember the Intel 8080 and the Intel 8060? I guess it was an 8080. I think made somebody else's
Vaguely, yeah.
8060.
Yeah, vaguely.
So this goes back to like the Steve Jobs essentially selling a stolen MS DOS to IBM.
Mm-hmm.
The 8080 was like the
You're going way back
all of
into
the
computer
IBM
history.
compatible clones, right? That's kind of what it was based off of,
Mm-hmm.
and so Intel, had the instructions for that. Everybody that made the clones had to make theirs compatible with those instructions, and those were turned into what we now call x86, which x64 is. It's still just x86, but it's just an indicator to say it's compatible with 64-bit processors.
Yep.
But yeah, so x86 goes all the way back to those earlier Intel days, and every like Intel and AMD CPU that's like a Windows machine like these, like what we think of as desktop, they still use like
Ding.
those original instruction sets plus a whole bunch of new stuff. Anyway, so there's crap in there from like the late 60s, and so Apple, they went to ARM. ARM is just a different type of architecture.
Yep.
Well, instruction set, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, they were able to get rid of a lot of the bloat, and so Dimmer was talking about. Oh, Dimmer might be with us. Somebody else is watching. I wonder if that is Dimmer. Oh, I hope so. But he was telling me about. If it is, please join chat. Please, please, please.
Been a long time.
I haven't been paying attention to viewers.
Remember, it's also, I mean, he just woke up.
Oh, right. Yeah.
There's 7 hours ahead of me here. Well, no, 9 hours. So actually, he's probably been awake for a little bit.
Yeah. We're the only ones that have this stupid daylight savings time dates now. So he was telling me about how it was supposed to be really good for gaming. It's like, it is so efficient. Like, the Apple, since they made the switch to ARM, so like the M1, then the M2, now the M3, like, it is so efficient.
Yeah.
But a lot of the stuff that was gotten rid of were the things that, make PC gaming. Games have been designed for, working with that and DirectX.
Yeah.
And a lot of that stuff is gone. So, like between, old school wine for Linux and Mac has become, nowadays it's either Metal or Proton, both. So Metal is like, when Mac stopped using wine, they just kind of split off their own and kept that same stuff and worked on their own. And so it's a compatibility layer. And then since they made the switch to ARM, instead of just DirectX being incompatible, lots of just normal programs became incompatible. So then they added something that they call Rosetta. That's essentially a compatibility layer for x86 stuff in general. So gaming has to run through 2 compatibility layers. Like Metal is really good and Rosetta is really good. But at the end of the day, you're running a game through 2 compatibility layers. You lose so much.
Oh, something's attacking me.
And you can't do boot camp or like the other. Well, I guess you can, but because they're not x86 processors anymore, you can't just sideload
Somebody's
Windows.
shooting at me.
Really? Did you shoot at them first?
No, it's a cyborg.
Who does it belong to? Can you see?
I don't know. Trying to not
Let me
die.
see if I can come join. Alright, where are you?
Headshot.
South? It
Yeah.
didn't have like a faction name or anything?
No.
Strange.
There's another one. If you're watching, you'll see that shot I just took.
Yeah, I glanced up.
I don't see any more. I thought I saw dinos, so I was getting ready to look at that, and then suddenly someone was shooting at me.
There might be like a base or something down there.
Oh, there's something. It just says small wreckage.
Oh, not that. I mean, it's like there's probably something further down.
Yeah. See, things are moving. Is that you?
Yeah.
That's you. But something just to the left of you moved.
Oh,
I
there it
realized
is.
I was doing a Halloween
Yeah,
thing.
they are... What faction are they? Where did they go? Cyborg damaged.
Yeah, I killed two.
Oh, okay,
One.
so they're not faction.
Oh, so you're killing more of them. Yeah, I killed two, but I don't know where they
They're
are.
just busted robots.
Yeah.
Your drone might be able to help see from high perspective.
How do I launch that thing again?
F5. But you still have to kind of have a rough idea of where they are.
They're somewhere around where I am. It's just, it's night, so it's hard to see.
Yeah.
One of them wasn't even fighting. I'm assuming they were protecting this.
Maybe. Or there's an artifact site up there, up ahead. I'd say that's more likely what they were protecting.
They might be easier to see in the day.
They'll probably despawn by then.
There's a cargo box here.
Nice.
You should come get it. I don't want to break it.
I mean, I'll break it as well. Because I don't have anything that won't break it.
You can't loot it.
There's nothing else in it.
No, I mean, you can't take the box.
No, not without the multi-tool. And when I said, so this is the survival tool. There's the next step up called the multi-tool.
Yeah, I remember researching it.
But that we actually need petroleum pellet or promethium pellets for ammo for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can take another load if you've got stuff for me.
That's never. I always have stuff for you. It's just a little more varied this time because of the stuff I just picked up from this place.
Mm-hmm.
And darn, I was hoping I could get something from those robots, but they're not playing.
I got two.
You found two of them?
Well, I killed two and I picked up from them.
Yeah, I killed two.
I was not able to find yours.
I killed two, but they're somewhere around there. Oh, apparently it was a couple of years ago that it stopped working for him.
Oh, crap.
So, he just hasn't been. He's not sure.
Plane prices between the U.S. and Europe. Virgin Atlantic is selling some tickets for super cheap from here to there. I should fly out there and build him a PC.
There's a robot fighting a teleropod.
No, that's me fighting a teleropod.
Oh yeah, there you are. It's a good thing it shows your name when I'm looking at you through a weapon sight. Because otherwise, I would have shot.
Mm-hmm.
And we would have found out if your PvP damage is turned off. Although I did try to shoot you before when you were chasing some of those things, and I asked you if you were okay. I didn't see any damage.
Oh, yeah, I didn't lose any health.
I was aiming for your butt, so I wouldn't accidentally headshot you. It's like, if I'm gonna do damage, I don't want to kill you.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain this is where the robots are from. This place is huge.
Finding lots of hits. Yeah, Dimmer, he's in chat. Hi, Dimmer. Long time no see your text.
Come out for more than 12 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, you'd also have to have the parts ready.
Well, yeah.
Plane ticket might be cheap right now, but computer parts, not so much.
So last time I priced a PC build in Europe, granted it was in France, either Amazon France or anyway, so it's still like VATS is expensive.
Yes.
VAT tax is expensive, so it's like
it adds a lot.
$200 to $300 cheaper to buy the parts here, which frankly is like half the cost of a damn ticket.
We found a base. I'm going to look in the options to see if there's a way for me to actually see you.
I checked and I didn't see anything, but if you see one, yeah.
No, maybe not.
So I wouldn't bother scrapping. Like, if you find stuff in boxes, that's great. But I wouldn't bother trying to scrap any of this yet because it's either worthless crap like the busted steel, busted stone, and the good stuff we want to wait till we have better gear to pull it up anyway.
Yeah. Also, Dimmer, if you're thinking about donating, wait 45 minutes.
Hey, it's already that late. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, we did start late, thanks to me needing a new power supply.
True.
Adventures in streaming. Sorry, I got the berries before you.
Oh, you're fine. You need the points more than I do.
So have you explored this whole thing yet?
Oh, heck no. I just ran around to see if there was any robots. It's probably like underground and a maze and all this crap.
Shall we?
I still want to take back the perishables.
Oh yeah,
so
right.
Drop.
I forgot you're my taxi service.
Yeah, I just came. I just came because you said there was robots.
Well, there were, but we killed them all, and now can't find them. Okay, you take that back. We're only 1,200. Well, just under 1,200 meters away. Seems like I'm a lot farther away. Oh, that's fine, Dimmer. It happens. I know that some people are considering it, so if I'm talking to them right now, I tell them, wait 45, wait till 1 o'clock my time.
Oh, because then it counts towards game day.
No, not game day.
Donations.
It counts because remember they're doing that little incentive for the keyboard thing.
Oh.
Okay. And the first 1,000 people that raise $150.
And it starts at 1 o'clock.
It starts at midnight Pacific, and I'm.
Okay.
And
you and I are in the same time zone now.
Yes. I'm not sure when they started doing Pacific as their thing. They used to always do it Mountain. And of course, way back when I started, they were doing it on Central. But it was always set so that it would be 10 Eastern when they would do their live event. But other than not being able to play on Steam, how are things, Dimmer? A long time no talk, but it's also been a while since I streamed. 1 year exactly. Oh, wrong one. I need this one. I'm right now dimmer because it's the 10-year. It's been 10 years since I was there. Every memory that I get right now is from all of that era. So all the moving there, and then other things that happened over the 4 years there. So like, every time I turn around, there's a memory on Facebook from back in Germany. It's like, wow, it's a walk down memory lane, whether you wanted it or not. Ooh, tree. Oh, this is a big tree. I started it, but I'm not good enough to another one. Well, I don't know if we told you this, Dimmer, but we finally moved somewhere where we're gonna stay for a while. To Albuquerque, New Mexico.
It's Breaking Bad.
Yes, they actually at the convention center where they're having the Comic-Con you're coming for in January, they have a statue of those two. And at the con, they actually had not the first version, but the second version of the RV. They had it parked there in the convention hall with us. You could go over and you
and that thing is so beat up.
Well, the original one is beat up. The one that they wrecked.
Oh,
right.
Because they did have to actually smash one, didn't they?
Yeah, they smashed that one up. The one, I mean, it's old. It's a piece of junk. But, I mean, it's a piece of junk with history. It's like the two things New Mexico is most famous for: aliens and Breaking Bad. So meth. And we still haven't even seen it. We never watched it. I refused to watch it. Now that we're here, I'll watch it. But we're watching.
What, Breaking Bad?
Yeah, we're watching other things right now.
It's
special, I know.
Anxiety-inducing.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are like that.
It's definitely a high-tension story.
More sparkling butterflies.
I loved it, but
yes.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
I'm gonna watch it because I'm a resident now, and I'm like, okay, well, now that I live here, I'll watch it and see.
Mm-hmm.
It's all fine and good. Oh, I already got you. Come here. There's a lot of copper over here. What is that off in the distance? I can hear animals, but I can't see them. This game is just pretty. This is why I'll forgive those dancing corpse glitches, because the game overall is pretty.
You need to play some new release atmospheric games. This is now very dated.
I know it is, but you know me. I've always been.
It is.
For
yeah,
what? For when it was made.
It is pretty for yes, very much.
For what it is, like it's not. It's not gonna like I know, the with the settings on BG3, I know that that game can look a lot better than this one. But you know me, is even when I get a new game with the system that can handle it, I always start with the settings low because I don't know how it's gonna act.
Yeah. Which.
Especially once you introduce streaming to it, which once I can get off my butt and finally set up the second computer to do that, I won't have to worry about that as much anymore. But I always have to be able to do it from this computer just in case. Actually, when I do all of my videos for my PhD classes, I record them in OBS. I record the talking.
Yeah, I mean, why not? It's a very flexible recording software.
Yeah, and I'm able to. I've already got the thing filtered with filters and everything to record the voice nicely. All I got to do is turn the noise gate off that I have to have on sometimes when there's noise going on. So I do all of that there, but I rarely ever am on camera. But obviously, if I needed to be, I could. That's well, I'm hoping because you got some other goal you're working towards, and that's good. Good for you. We through necessity had to do some funny financial dancing with our stuff that thankfully we'd been saving over the years to fix our car, replace the engine, and pay off all of our non-college and non-mortgage debt. So that was a big accomplishment this year.
Dang, I'm still chewing through mine. That's huge.
Well, and then I right around the same time, I got the letter from the, I guess it's the Nellie Mae people. I'm not sure. It's all over the place who it is, but one of them sent me a letter saying, "Oh, by the way, because you're now 100 PNT, you are now eligible to have all of your student loans forgiven."
Oh.
And I have until the end of 2025 to do it and not have the forgiveness count as income, right? Because that's when the current thing ends, and they're pretty sure they'll extend it, but you never know, right? So that's why I doubled up all my classes to get as many done as I could by the summer of 2025. So all I'll have left is the 4 dissertation classes, and I can get the rest forgiven. But if they extend it, I'll actually delay it even more, because by then Zoe will be going to college, and if in New Mexico, it's a big if, because they do a lot of things to help get kids into college. If she has to take out any loans, if we do them Parent Plus, then I can have those forgiven also. And with the plans they have in place right now to help people on fixed incomes, like, you know, people who are living on disability.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm having to pay as it goes. I can if I want to, but it's a choice.
Right.
And they're not allowed to capitalize the interest. So right now it's a win-win just for me to wait, because I'll have the PhD completely paid for. And it's still costing me a fortune. It would, even with the discount my school gave me. It's hard to argue with the 50% off discount. But I'm hoping that you're reaching towards some goals there, Dimmer. And that you have good discipline and you can reach them. Well, we only need like...
What he's not telling you is he's saving up for a 1-for-1 scale replica of the Death Star in Legos.
Well, that's a maximum 4-figure expenditure. Okay, that's I think that's doable on his budget. I do like watching when he was doing. I don't know if he's done any recently. I would watch his high definition videos of his trains going around his house.
I don't watch either of your videos. Your history stuff, or I've seen a couple of the trains.
Yeah, the train. I don't watch all of them, but every now and then I'll get on there. It's like, oh, this is fun. Well, especially because I've been. I haven't watched in a while to see if he's posted anything, but when the last time I watched, they were still in the same apartment that I've been to. So it's fun looking at it, knowing exactly how big that room is. Like, this is cool watching this. But yeah, most of those videos I make aren't meant for. They're meant for, like, a lot of them are meant for history students and stuff like that. I don't make many of them that are for more than that. My primary audience is other history. It's frustrating because I put a lot of effort into those videos regardless, and I get almost no feedback. I really hate the discussion board system because it people just do the bare minimum, and if for some reason life happens and you post it like a day or two late, you'll get no feedback whatsoever.
Right.
Or you'll go through and you'll post, and everybody's looking for their 2 minimum, and they won't check to see that someone only has like 1 comment, and then they replied. So they look, oh, that one's got 2 comments on it, so I'll go find someone else. But then other times they don't even have that excuse. Like my last posts in my last class for the first part of this semester, like videos, some of them were getting 5 or 6 comments on them, and mine was sitting there with none. And this is after I had gone and commented on everybody's. Like, Yeah. So at the end of every class, when we do the end of course survey, I list that as a complaint and say it's going to keep happening until you guys make it so that there is a requirement for everybody's posts to get a minimum number of comments, or like they need to. What they need to do is they need to penal. If you're going to require that we comment on each other's stuff, then there needs to be a group penalty if someone's stuff doesn't get commented on. That's the only way. And I actually wrote it down in a thing that makes sense, like how to make it make sense. And I copy paste that and stick it in the core survey at the end. But I'll forward it to the teacher and say, this is coming from the person who, I mean, you interacted with my content, so you know it was good. I got almost no interactions from classmates the entire course.
Because I'm sure a whole bunch of them are just doing the bare minimum.
Well, yeah, and that's fine if you're just doing the bare minimum, but then take the time and look and see who hasn't had any feedback. That's what I do. When I go in, it's my turn to start looking for, like, I gotta find 2 or 3 people to comment on. The first thing I do is I look for who doesn't have any. And if everybody's got one, then I look for the ones who have the least amount. And if everyone's getting a fair bit of engagement, then I look for the ones that I'm more interested in. Now, one class it was a whole different thing. You're supposed to actually look for the people who are researching a topic similar to yours, so you can share your research with them. So on that class, I still mentioned the fact that there was a lot of posts I made that didn't get any engagement. But when it came to people cherry picking who they were replying to, I didn't mention that because we were supposed to cherry pick. We were supposed to look for the ones who were like,
right,
we're all studying religious history, we're all studying military history. Comment on those first, because your research will overlap. That's the point of it. So that one, I just commented on the fact that I still didn't get a lot of engagement. But and even if it's like you look at it and you go, well, he's been doing this a while, he doesn't need any feedback or any engagement, at least say that. Like, hey, it's good work. Got nothing else to say. It takes 3 minutes to do that, but
people just live in their own little bubbles.
Well, and there are people who life happens to and they fall several weeks behind and they're still posting stuff and they're still commenting on people's things. So when they do that, when I suddenly see posts are appearing in old things, I'll go back in and I'll find the stuff and I will comment. Because no one else is doing it. Like this last quarter, I had a couple classmates post after the class had ended. They clearly had worked it out with the teacher.
Yeah.
After the class ended, and I went back in just to check to see if any posts had been made, and because I knew they were behind, and I waited until they had posted, and then I gave them some feedback. Level 11, because that's what you're supposed to do. But clearly not everybody thinks that way. I'm looking forward to when we finally get the multi-tool.
We have to find not Pentax, or was it Promethium?
Yeah. Well, I gotta get. I can't even make it right now.
Oh, right, yeah. I don't think I've unlocked it, because I only unlock stuff as I am getting ready to build something. I think I'm sitting on... You probably have spent more points than I have at this point.
Probably. I'm always
sitting at 208 unspent.
You know, with this level, I just dinged. I got 63, so... I just figure they're burning a hole in my bag otherwise.
Yeah.
I have not seen you in a while. Are you back at the base?
Me? Yeah.
Oh yeah, now the crown, that crown point is up in the sky, so it's clearly the planet. Oh man, the moon looks so bad from here. Like, it looks weirdly... When I look to the left, it stretches a little. So it looks more like an egg. That's one ugly egg. Oh, that's not what I meant. How's my bag looking? Oh, I still got plenty of space. I gotta keep reminding myself not to shoot the moss things. The dimple domes.
Yeah, because they look like rock, but they're not.
Yeah. Oh, look. Another butt plug rock. Guess where you're going? Not where the sun don't shine.
Crushing it.
Yeah. You can do it. You can do it. I hope that 56 crushed stone was worth it, because the XP amount was a pittance.
Boo.
This area's a little sparse. I'm gonna go look around. The little purple things are really easy to spot most of the time. Some of them grow right next to the ground.
Oh, yeah.
I got lots of carbon substrate. Isn't that something you said we need? No, we need silica. We need silica.
Well, yes, and carbon substrate. We always need all of it.
Everything. Bring it all.
Mm-hmm. Like anything that needs glass needs carbon substrate.
There's the dinos I saw. There's a herd of them. Parasaur.
Oh, okay.
Oh, headshot. And the other ones just stay there. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. Are you telling me I can't damage that one? I just killed it.
You probably accidentally hit a tree or something.
Maybe. That was efficient. Almost every shot was a headshot. The ones that weren't, I just missed entirely. Because I jolted or they went away.
Golf with your friends. Ooh, we could do that. Wait, doesn't that need Steam?
Yeah,
I'm not sure if Dimmer is still the one that's here.
He reinstalled it, apparently, that wasn't the problem. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it wasn't working for a while, and then they did a fix.
Okay.
I don't know.
Either Steam or Apple, one or the other. Also don't remember if he picked up one of the M1, M2, or M3 laptops, or just kept the one he had previous. I do remember trying to talk him into going Windows instead of Mac.
Good luck with that.
I just don't know if he...
Good luck with that.
I just don't know if he... My buddy Paul, he's always used Mac. And he's advertising, like, filmography director, producer type.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
That stuff was designed for that.
Like, he's so familiar with Apple, and I always, like, give him comparative specs. So he uses DaVinci Resolve and Adobe Premiere, and I always, like, pull up benchmarks of each program on various machines. Like the Apple performance versus
the Windows performance.
The well-made Windows machine performance. Yeah, because it's not that Windows is good. Windows is garbage, right?
Yeah.
But it's the hardware.
The hardware, yeah.
It's the hardware options.
Yeah, they're definitely more with Windows.
Now, I was shocked. Their tech guy is very Apple, which of course you need to be if everybody in your company is using Apple products.
Mm-hmm.
And so he communicated to me that their tech guy, Erwin, wanted to buy a whole bunch of Mac Studios, which it's just a NUC, like a small, super small form factor type stuff. Um, but of course they call it a studio because they can't use industry standardized names, even though NUCs have been around forever.
He
Anyway,
responded.
so wait, it stopped working. Oh yeah, okay. I installed it. Didn't bother checking after all this time. Oh yeah. Yeah, the virtual desktops. Uh, yeah, all those plans. If you're having to stop chair do that, it makes sense. You're gonna have to stop a lot of their crap. If
Well,
you need a place to stay, I have a place, but obviously it's not super convenient. But if you
you're
need a
saying
place
that
to stay,
you're saying that to a guy in Europe? Whoa!
yeah,
Oh, spiders!
yes.
I'm dead. Like I just got swarmed by mini spiders.
Oh, so settings, you should keep all of your stuff. Please let me know if you don't have all your stuff.
Well, my backpack's sitting on the ground. Well,
Right.
but look at that. We made it
But-
almost 3 hours of streaming until somebody died.
I mean, I can't offer housing in Germany, but I could offer housing in North America.
You still have that house in Georgia, or did you sell it?
No, I sold it. I put it on the market when I moved to Minnesota, and then it sold a month and a half, 2 months after I was gone.
I respawned. Sorry, I didn't realize I was supposed to do something. I respawned back at the base.
Okay, check your inventory. Make sure you have your stuff.
Nope.
It's set. Dang it!
I still have.
That's so stupid.
I still have the explorer tokens.
No, it's just this game has so many problems. You can tell it's a tiny developer.
Oh, I figured out how to take one at a time. So when you when you pick things up with the half, you right click on it. When you click in another spot with the right click button, it starts depositing them one at a time.
Oh, good. Okay. I don't remember what I was gonna say.
I'm gonna go find my stuff. Where did I die?
Oh yeah, so my buddy Paul. So the Mac Studio. This was, I didn't quite realize how energy efficient using ARM is, which it makes sense because that's kind of the argument against dropping x86 altogether.
I don't remember where I died. I'm pretty sure it was south.
Did you leave your bike there?
I didn't have. It was on me.
Oh.
It was in my bag. I'm pretty sure it's down. It was down there between that small wreckage and that artifact site. So
yeah. When you get there, let me come down with you. I'll kill. What killed you?
Insects, alien insects. Lots of them.
I'll come down with you.
With big, sharp, pointy teeth.
Should be able to make another bike though.
Oh well. I was already wandering off.
Oh, I can make one and catch up to you.
Oh. I'll come back. We have lots of tall platforms.
Solar panels.
And they're up there so no one will damage them?
That, and they're not obstructed by trees and stuff.
Oh, I like your hovercraft build facility.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, of course. He gotta have his Mercedes.
Yeah, you can. Why can't you?
He would. I think he would have to get the Cadillac converter.
The catalytic converter.
Yeah.
There are waivers.
There.
There are waivers that can be done.
If you got the De Niro, you do.
True. But yeah, so the Mac Studio, if you're running on a battery, you can do more than using pretty much any Windows machine. But that's, Yeah, so as a mobile platform, it's great.
I would dance
But I
for you, but
still
I don't know
like,
how to.
yeah, like, oh, you spent how much on your Mac? Oh, what can I build you for that? And how does it perform
Yeah.
against?
You spent $3,000 on that Mac. Let me show you what you could have gotten.
Although laptop prices have been going through the roof, and so
Well, it's because
MacBook Pro prices compared to
everything's going through the roof when it comes to tech.
yeah, it's ridiculous. Well, SSD prices and RAM prices have been incredibly low. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the bike.
Hey, you're trying to
It's
make
a
a bike.
motorcycle thingy. Oh, there we go.
Stop
Okay.
opening. Excuse you.
Oh, excuse me. Was that me?
I
All
think
right.
so.
So you have a bike here in the components box. When we get close, you should be able to use the scanner. I think when you get close enough, it'll show up with the scanner.
All right, I'm going
Don't
that way.
quote me on that.
Off we go.
Into the wild blue yonder.
Nope, I just got smacked by a tree. Clearly we're Air Force, we can't fly. Ah! Oh,
My
man.
first thought was, well, I wasn't a pilot. My second thought was, one of the reasons I joined the Air Force in the first place is because I wanted to use their get your private license for the cost of fuel
There's
programs
my
on
backpack.
air bases,
Mm-hmm.
and then never get stationed on an Air Force base, let alone an air base. Where are the bugs? Where are the bugs at?
They were right here. Ah. Stop. Keep accidentally opening the console.
I see some parasaurs.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. And then, well, no, those are the parasaurs. The parasaurs I killed. So.
Oh, they're respawned.
Oh, lovely.
To the east of us, there's parasaurs.
Okay. So I guess that backpack will stay there.
Yeah, it'll despawn in 18 minutes.
Is this yours?
What? Is what mine?
This bike?
I have my bike in my backpack.
Well,
there's an extra bike because I made you a new one.
Yeah, I know, but I've got them in my thing.
I don't see any. Oh, I'm looking at the stream. Yeah, no, that is not on my. That is not on my stream.
I don't know. Yeah, I was standing right here, going for those purple.
No, that's a visual glitch.
Things, and the spiders, the alien insects, just came up right here and got me. Like they swarmed me. There were several of them. Yay.
Well, if Dimmer's playing golf with your friends, you want to quit this a little early and play that? Oh, he's not playing anymore.
Yeah. Oh, there's dinosaurs. I'd rather just keep playing this for now.
Alright.
If he's available tomorrow. Yeah, see. It's breakfast time there. He's gotta feed himself. Gotta stuff that face. Besides, I gotta get to my leveling. Or I'm never gonna catch you. What level are you at?
Probably still 14. Yeah, I haven't been actively doing stuff that would level me.
Yeah, you've been letting me do it. I'm at 11. Which means we're getting to the point where it takes like 150 plus plants to get me to the next level.
And this is fast leveling.
I know. Well, Looks like there's something through the trees over here. Oh no, it's just water. Trick of the light, trick of the light. Oh, so yeah, I was telling you in something. Soon after I do the serious, like the content edits of these chapters, as I go through, I'm gonna upload them as content to the Patreon, and you'll be able to access them there and read them. You don't have to, obviously, but you can.
No promises, because reading is not my. I ever since language school, audiobooks. I can't read for entertainment.
If I can avoid reading a physical book, I will go for the Audible version every single time. And right now I spend all of my actual reading a book time reading history books. So
yeah, it's like you read so much, and if your brain associates that with work, it just becomes very hard to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I mean, I consumed a lot of history books through Audible. I mean, I was using the Audible credit just to get those to help, keep find things and stuff like that. And I have used that stuff I've listened to a lot. I've referenced it a lot because you don't have to actually get the physical copy. You can reference the Audible version.
Good.
Yeah,
I mean, you should be able to reference everything these days.
It's just a slight change in the bibliography to note that which version you were. A lot of them, though, like you get the Audible version, they'll come with a PDF download. But I will always also, before I get a Kindle, get an Audible book, I will check on Kindle. I'll check because sometimes the Kindle version, if you buy the Kindle version, you can get the Audible narration for like a fraction of the cost of the book. If you were to just buy it straight on Audible. I've done that so many times where I ended up paying like $15 for a Kindle book that normally would have cost me $8, but the Audible narration would have cost me $30 or $40. So the $15 in the end became the better deal. And then if I needed it, I had the PDF.
Yeah, I've got 5 Audible credits because I'm going through re-listening to the Robert Jordan crap.
Oh, that.
And so I haven't gotten a new one.
I trained for my first marathon re-listening to all of that in preparation for the Brandon Sanderson books. The last 3. Yeah, I went through when I was training for the Atlanta Marathon.
But yeah, so I need to decide. I need to put my account on hold. Is what I need to do.
Dimmer, just so you know, I will be done here in like 40 minutes or so. Oh, hold on, I can tell you exactly. 52 minutes for today. Because I have an author event in the morning, so I have to stop and go do that. And I'll be back tomorrow at 4 Mountain, which I think, don't quote me on this.
Tomorrow is Saturday? Yeah, so it's one more day of...
I'm just going to look at the clock.
8 hours ahead. I'm pretty sure it's 8 hours.
I'm not going to guess. I'm going to look at the clock.
And then it'll be 9 hours again on Sunday.
So yeah, he's 7 hours ahead of us.
Oh.
So yeah.
I thought he was one time zone further.
Yeah, he is. It's +6 to UTC. So yeah.
Yeah,
so
but
he's in Germany.
Aren't you he should be 2 hours beyond that.
No, he's only 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So at 11 o'clock your time tomorrow night, we'll be back, and we'll be on for 8 hours, maybe a little longer, and then on Sunday, 7 o'clock your time in the evening, we'll be back on for another for the final 12. Normally I would do 12 and 12, but the local author event at the library is tomorrow. So, and I would love to stay up later doing more of this tonight, but I do need to save my voice.
Dude, I'm already falling asleep.
Yeah.
I don't stay up this late anymore. The only time I'm up this late is if I'm laying in bed, unable to fall asleep.
But if you do manage to cheer all those bits during the stream, I will because that ends up being currency. It will go to I'll donate it separately to Extra Life. That's what I do with all of that stuff.
Bits end up being currency? That has to be an extraordinarily low conversion rate.
Like, yeah, that would be like $6.50.
That's still not bad.
Yeah, so I just would donate $6.50. Because like Twitch will only pay out once you reach a certain amount. So it would be a little while until I got it. But as soon as I just make note of it during a stream when people do that, and I donate it. When I sell books, people will have the option of leaving a tip that will get donated. So like on my donation page, it shows book fans donations. That's from people paying extra for my book, so I can get to support Extra Life. Or like I'll give them a discount, like a military discount, and they'll pay the full price anyway because they don't want the discount. And so I'll tell them, well, I'll just give the discounted portion, the difference to the charity. And they're like,
yeah,
dude, what you want with it? It's your money.
So one of the things that Bill Gates tends to donate to, and like I said, there is a lot of stuff he donates to that I completely agree with. There's just some that I don't agree with. Some of the ones I don't agree with are more like, sometimes there's a lot of focus on not necessarily teaching somebody to fish, you know, the give a fish, teach them to fish thing, but like on a government level or like a corporate level. So you're some of the grants sometimes will be for
the shadow
growing a business, but the business is still for profit.
I don't know what the word is, but when
headlights.
No, like the footprint of this thing to get hit is deceptively wide.
Right.
Traveling through this forest is a pain in the neck. I'm just gonna go out over the water.
You can't pull a full-on Star Wars speeder bike.
No, I would like to, but if you even slightly hit a limb will stop you.
Yeah.
And it spins you completely around, so then you gotta forget your bearings again.
That's really bad in hovercraft, like the hover vessels. Just getting stuck in trees, have to get out and cut the tree down.
Yeah, I kind of miss the motorbikes now. These things are clunky. Like that, right there.
That you can go over water.
I don't know what I just hit. I hit something and it forced me over to the right, like made me veer right. Like I didn't do anything except just drove forward, and suddenly it turned me straight to the right and almost slammed me into a pillar. Like, what's happening? All right, I got perishables. The water is kind of loud right now.
Yeah.
Again, we have the meats.
When you drop off ingredients, you'll see just how many parts have already been made.
I'm supposed to put the ingredients in cargo 1, right? Because I see, I see ingredients there.
I mean, I tend to take the... Yeah, I do it a little bit differently, but I'm not going to ask you to do it the way I do it.
Well,
it works perfectly fine there.
If I need to put it in the other one...
No.
So should I store my Explorer tokens with yours?
No, you're welcome to. I just did it because I don't want to have to carry them.
Yeah, okay.
Those 3 things that are there, down above the slates, they look like ingredients, but they're just commodities that you sell to merchants. You can't actually do anything with them.
I'm not tracking which one, and which.
No,
one?
you were
in the cargo box.
The gear box.
Gearbox. Oh. The coolant, the leather, and the spare parts? Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see it says commodity item. Oh, look, manuals. Yeah, I'm putting my flashlight in there. And I have an extra bike, so I'm putting it in there.
Good call.
Now I'm going to move this one over here.
It would be nice if you could sleep in multiplayer, but they don't let that happen. Sleep through the night.
Yeah, it's the thing about Terraria. If you're playing single player, you could just click out of the game and it pauses, but in multiplayer it doesn't.
Same here. There's not even a console command that I've been able to find that pauses the game. It's like when we're not actively playing, I'll just shut it down.
Yeah, because the world will do all kinds of things, even if you're not logged in. Okay, so I dumped all that stuff off. Oh man, I keep hitting Z to mount. Like it's supposed to be like on a hotkey like that. Let's see what we have over here. Rocks, rocks, and more rocks, right? Oh, silicon. That was something you said we needed, right? We're gonna run out of?
Yeah, I've alleviated that.
Thanks.
But we will use everything that we can grab. I mean, once we start trying to build a ship,
we'll need a lot
let
of
alone
stuff.
2 ships. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that we need 2 ships right away, but
eventually.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we'll be doing that this weekend.
No. It takes quite a while to get there.
It's spread out over several weeks.
Yep.
Ugh. I know we need to mine this stuff, but it's so not worth it in terms of XP and
the little rocks.
The time and any rock
all
really.
Of it.
Like you spend all that time mining it, and you only get 50 XP, whereas you could just skip it and grab plants. Like, that's a mistake, I think.
So knowing that I got up to level 14, you can tell just how much time I spent getting this
materials.
Materials, yeah.
Yeah. At 50 and 100 per, yeah. I mean, just run around like crazy, grabbing things. But it does allow you to look at the world.
Yes.
And get some exploration done. Now, is my mini-map supposed to have more? You can see it on your screen there. Is it supposed to be more than just that grid that's on there?
Nope. If there's something within range, then yes.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be a grid. Not like in some games where it's like an actual mini-map.
No, it's just a grid.
Okay. Just making sure I didn't text. Because I keep accidentally hitting a key and opening the console. Like, I could easily have turned that function off and not realize it.
Yeah, there's no terrain or anything.
See, grabbing the small bearing, the small load that are only like 20 hit points, those are worth it.
Oh, the carbon substrate ones.
It's only 50 XP, so it's not as much as the plants, but I'm not standing there staring at a rock for 30 seconds to get the same amount that I would get by just shooting this rock for 2 seconds. Not sure why they made that decision.
They want leveling to take a long time.
No, that, yeah.
Oh, but this amount of XP for this thing versus this amount for this thing.
Yeah, like...
Maybe because plants tend to be more survival necessity?
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I would just think if you're going to take the time to take down a giant... Man, there are so many of these butt plug pillars around. They're all over the place.
Feels almost intentional.
Maybe they're gnomes. That's what we'll call them, gnomes. If you're going to take the time to take out these giant gnomes...
I will not see them as gnomes, I'm sorry. I can't unsee.
the other thing. Yeah, I know. It's kind of impossible once you notice it. Anyway, if you're going to take the time to take out those massive things, they should be worth...
Yeah.
I wouldn't say you should say they're like worth 20 of those smaller ones, but they should at least be worth like 5 or 10 of them.
Yeah. Like on destruction-based things should be based on the hit points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So trees
like,
that have, you know...
I don't know, maybe the amount of hit points it has is the amount of XP you get, rounded to the nearest 50. But that's just how I do it. All of us gamers would.
We all have opinions on...
Yep.
Yeah. Although I will say the games that tend to be the most popular and people tend to like the most kind of figure out that sweet sauce of what most people will want.
Yeah. So I probably commented on it because you know one of my pet peeves is inventory management.
Yeah, so I'd shut off weight.
Oh yeah, I think I noticed
for that exact reason.
But I just realized, like my comment before was always about how with modern technology, the limitations that would make having a massive inventory a bit of a resource hog are gone. Well, I was looking at something. I don't remember what, but I was playing. Oh, I was playing a Final Fantasy game, and I went and checked, and their inventory system has been the same since the beginning. So from the beginning, on the very first Final Fantasy on a Nintendo, you had a 99 item limit of everything, right? You could have up to 99 of it. That was the limit. But there was no limit to how many things you could have 99 of.
Oh.
So you could just keep looting and keep looting. I mean, I think there was a maximum number of items in the game, but you could have all of them and have 99 of them, and it wouldn't affect the gameplay. And that's how. And if you went into certain menus, I'm not sure if it was in 1 or 2, but maybe 3. When you went into certain menus, they just sorted them based on what you needed. Like if you were looking at gear, all you would see is gear. You wouldn't have to scroll through the rest of the stuff, right? If you were looking for potions, you would only see potions. You wouldn't see all of the gear. And that was back in the 80s. And I had forgotten completely about that. Like, oh, I know what it was. I was playing Sword of Vermilion and noticing that was how that system worked, and that was mid-90s. So then I went to check the Final Fantasy games, and it turned out to be the same. And that's kind of how Crashlands does it. There's no limit to how many things you can have. So, I know it's a choice. Like, they make how much do we want the survival aspect with each one.
Yeah, I think
realism.
A choice, yes. Obviously, a choice. But it's also, how does your inventory interact with the game at large? So, for example, if each item has a weight versus no items have weight, it'll take more to keep track of, and whether it's single player or multiplayer.
Yeah.
Like this.
I mean, I realize there are a lot of other considerations. I remember thinking that, like, wow, actually they did have a way to make it so that inventory management wasn't a pain at the beginning. Because I honestly thought for a long time that the limitation was in inventory was because of the limitations in the system.
I mean, it probably is for some things, but yeah, yeah. If all an inventory functionally is just a spreadsheet of items, then yeah, it's not going to take any sort of resources.
Yeah. It's when you start attaching all the images.
Or if you have a mechanic that, like, crafts from your inventory.
Mm-hmm. Then it's got to keep track of things.
Right, like it
yeah, that's when it starts complicating it. Yeah, the Final Fantasy games didn't have much crafting going on. Neither did the Sword of Vermilion games. That wasn't a part of it. Like you would take your items somewhere and someone else would craft them for you. It would take time, so you'd go do something else.
But yeah, out of all of the arguments about, it's, I definitely think if any argument, and I've made the argument that it's not as usually as simple as just a spreadsheet. But at the end of the day, inventory management is probably one of the least impactful things that your game engine is managing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like there's no reason to make it limited other than.
I've said it before. I spend a lot of time in real life managing inventory.
Yeah.
I did notice that in Terraria they expanded the reach of the quick stack function.
Nice.
Like we designed on the Pixel Sharks things, we designed that storage circle,
so you
that
could
storage
just
stand in the middle, and it would reach all of them. But I've noticed now that it reaches farther, so we could actually make the storage circle larger if we wanted to, than we had originally planned. So.
And you're doing that Sunday, right?
Sunday at 6. That's when I've told all of Art's friends to hop on, and we'll play. I'll be in it probably a little bit before that.
Yeah.
You're welcome to join. When it comes down to it, I'm not really like. I know that a couple of them are gonna actually come here and participate. But we'll see.
Old school LAN party?
Well, technically, yeah, because one of them will be sitting here on this computer next to me playing, and the other one will bring a computer to set up, probably in the kitchen. And they have 2 of them actually play on Macs. It's a little limited, but they can still play. So
Terraria is not super.
No,
taxing.
but you can tell the difference when you're playing on those versus on the computer.
Yeah.
One person, her kids play it, so they're gonna set her up to play on their computer. She lives like 2.5 hours away, so coming over is a bit difficult. So yep, kind of like an old school LAN party. Whenever anybody mentions old school LAN party, I always think of that group of pastors in training in the religion hall every Saturday morning playing Half-Life, running around shooting each other.
Don't know this reference.
Oh yeah, when in Half-Life, one of the Half-Life games in the late 90s was really popular, and they would set up in the computer lab in the religion hall all of these pastor trainees and youth pastor trainees, stuff like that, would all go down there at Liberty. Yeah, the private Christian university would be going in there and would be running around shooting each other, not aliens, shooting each other like gleeful little kids.
Yeah, my oldest brother, who works for the Mormon Church doing tech, he's one of their tech directors at their for the corporation.
Yeah.
Back in the heyday of Quake 1, they would do Quake 1, death matches at work. So similar, not necessarily pastors, but they're still working for the church, on the church's dime, on the church's property, blasting away at each other.
Yeah, I got really good with the bazooka, firing it off target and then guiding it back to them to hit them. They really didn't like that trick. That's just wrong. Like, well, find me. I'm gonna do it until you find me and stop me. Until then, it's working. Why not? Why not do it? Sending you a message on Steam.
Okay.
Had to send that to my sister also.
Oh, is it time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I guess I gotta click on a link on your stream.
I think I'll paste it on. There, I'll put there. There you go. I posted it fresh for you.
Yeah.
It's always handy to have that available. Ay.
Yeah.
That's why I keep using Extreme Puppy. Like, he had a good idea. Why it doesn't? And obviously, it hasn't required much improvement because the software hasn't really changed much. And this 4 years that I've been using it, like, and I've looked at getting those little, the hardware versions of those things. The Stream Deck. It's just not. There are other things I'd rather spend that money on.
That's one of the reasons why I still don't have a second tattoo. It's because there's always something I'd
Something
rather
else,
spend it
yeah.
on. Always. Even just like saving up for X, Y, or Z is always going to be priority over it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah, I love tattoos. I would have most of my body covered if if it wasn't, in my mind, some degree of waste.
Yeah.
Wasted money.
Art's comment on it is always the best. Like, I'm just not sure I'm ready for that kind of long-term commitment. And she says it to me, which makes it even funnier. Like, well, I'm glad you were okay with some long-term commitment. All right. It's like we're on the hunt for pink. Well, I mean, I want to say fronds is the technical term, but I mean, they look like something else.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
But we'll just go with fronds for now. Somebody, had to have been doing that on purpose. Well, thank you very much. That brings us a little bit closer.
Yeah. So for everybody watching, I just dropped my annual donation.
Muchas gracias. Oh, there's some. I think I've just about fronded this area out. there are.
Yeah, I don't know how long the respawn time is for plants, but
there's an extreme lack of pink fronds. I think I need to move on to.
There's a bunch over by our crash-landed pods.
I think I need to move on to pinker pastures. Also, I'd mined up all the little ore stuff. Oh, you can wander pretty far in this game without realizing it.
Yeah, well, this is also a really small moon.
Clearly. It's
That's not a moon.
The dawn effects are really fascinating, watching it with the planet in there, and how it can alter the way the dawn appears. Like the sun could come into sight, the star could come into sight, but because the planet's in the way, you get that prolonged dawn effect. I commented on it earlier.
So something that's kind of funny. So I've been playing a lot of Starfield, the newest Bethesda game, and so this game, all of the planets, all of the terrain, everything is procedurally generated. Even like the points of interest, most of them are just pulled from a giant list of. In many cases, these are things that a user at some point built, and then it just got worked into the game. But yeah, so this is all procedurally generated, and I am not a huge fan of procedural generation in games like this.
Yeah.
But it makes sense if your scope is going to be so big. Like, it's an entire galaxy. So I found out that Starfield is going to be using procedural generation for most of its planets. Actually, all of its planets and moons, just... There are some spots, like cities. The big cities are handcrafted. And I was thinking, like, okay, well, they're much newer, and they have a lot more resources at their disposal than meaning Bethesda, than the people who made this game. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's see how it goes, and it might be really amazing. At the end of the day, I think these guys do it better. Like, it's kind of nice on Starfield, but at the same time, it doesn't really look much better than this.
Yeah.
I mean, it does, but it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And it's way less diverse.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. I kept meaning to ask you, and I thought, no, we'll get there eventually.
Yeah. So it's, I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't feel like a space game. If you treat it just like a Bethesda game and fast travel everywhere, you're great. But if you decide that you want to like go itch your explorer itch, go scratch your explorer itch, it's super disappointing.
Yeah.
It's like they're really good at just having tons and tons of quest content because they're a role-playing game company. That's what they do. So there is just tons and tons of quest content. But exploration.
We got another anonymous donation.
Nice.
That brings us to 85 for this stream. 25 if you count the one that was earlier when I was supposed to be streaming, but hadn't started yet.
And it was like, I'm not waiting for you, but here, take money.
Yeah. Well, if I'd known they were doing that, I would have said, well, you could just wait till, later. But they're also 2 hours ahead on the East Coast, so, and they're older than me. So, probably wanted to go to bed.
Dude, you're older than me and I want to go to bed.
Oh, I want to go to bed. But I said I'd do 4 hours. Although I may call it in 10 minutes. And just go.
Wouldn't that be right about 4 hours?
According to the stream session, we've only been going for 3 hours and just under 40 minutes.
I've been playing this game since I got up early this morning. Well, I took a nap during the day, so it's not fair.
Yeah. Oh. And I think we played. we were in the game for like 20 minutes before I started streaming.
Oh, that might be why in my brain. Yeah.
It feels like it's already been 4 hours. Yeah. So.
That and I'm like too tired to actually focus on anything to do, so I'm kind of just running around doing nothing.
We have a damaged cyborg here.
There we go.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, so I think that's just a new
Headshot.
Like, hostile critter that you can come across. It's not a faction.
Oh, he has a Prometheum fuel pack. Oh darn.
I'd rather a cartridge for a multi-tool, but that's not too bad, I guess.
It's better than nothing, right?
Yeah.
It's better than some things. How much farther to the next level? Oh! Yeah, that's a lot. Like 90-something plants at a minimum. There's all these little Stonehenge-like formations around this lake.
It's I think you can dig that out. I think there might be a box underneath. Like, I think there might be an old crate or something.
Oh, I'll try.
Loot.
It's a commitment. They all have lots of hit points.
Like, you would have to actually dig, like, the ground.
Good morning, Jen.
The ground. Hiya, Jen.
How are you? I was wondering if we'd see you. I know you're an hour behind Dimmer. Well, nothing under that one.
No, it would be like underground, not just on the ground below the stone. It would be like in the ground.
Ah, it's okay, Jen. This is just like a day one, short one, just to compensate for the fact that tomorrow I have an author event, and so I have to go to that first. Plus, it was the let's see what'll break stream, and since my power supply gave out, it's a good thing I did that. but we still managed to raise over $100 today. Like 85 of it in the past couple minutes from 2 anonymous donations. So it was productive. It's good to see you. I know I messaged you earlier to see how you were doing. How are your cats? Her cats are the ones that like to listen to me. Okay, I'll check it out before I hop on. Either because I gotta go to bed right after I finish this. Gotta get up and sell books. But we'll also be, so it'll be late your time. Like you're 6 hours ahead of us, so it'll be 10 o'clock when we get on tomorrow. When I get on tomorrow. But on Sunday I'll be doing 12 hours starting at 6 p.m. your time. So maybe you'll be able to hang out for some of it. Oh well. Well, hi Sylvester. Sorry you can't hear me. Maybe tomorrow or Sunday you'll hear. Oh, I guess it is already tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. For all of us.
Well, I don't see any box around here. I'm digging up too.
If it's there, it would be pretty deep.
Oh well, I'm done with that nonsense.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna head back there and empty my bags and call it for tonight.
Uh-huh.
Especially since Mr. Yawns over there is making me want to yawn.
I've been fighting to not yawn on stream. That was building.
No, you did not, Chen, and I'm very sorry to hear. I'm very sorry for your loss.
Oh, it's too bad.
So, we can catch up and some private messages on that subject, but our condolences. It's always rough when parents die. Well, assuming you had a relationship with them. And yes, I knew you were having some health problems. So, all right, where's the? There's the fridge. I keep forgetting where the fridge is.
We still need to color everything, or not, because we're just going to be leaving this planet. This minute.
I was about to say we aren't staying here, are we?
Just long enough to strip it clean of all of its resources.
How very imperialist of us.
Imperion.
Well, I get that it's in the name. I understand it's in the name. Doesn't mean I can't comment on it.
Yeah. No, I joke about that with Satisfactory.
Oh, that game is so imperialist. Like, we're not even kidding. We're not even playing around there. That's
it's like your only
pure
point
profit.
is just to... Yeah, it's all you're trying to do is just strip the planet of resources and send them away.
You hurt yourself. And they yell at you for damaging property. Wow. Where'd the storm come from?
So there's a theory going around that the character that you play in Satisfactory is actually just an AI robot.
Well, we don't have to eat.
That's part of the theory.
It's good to be doing this again. I realize it's been a year, but a lot's been going on. We moved, so now we're in where we're planning on being for a while. I'll talk more about that next time you're around. Oh, just hanging out is great, and I know you have people that you share it with and stuff like that. And as you can see, we're doing pretty well this year. We're already, a lot of that, like more than half of that, has been donated over the past 3 days. But as you can see, we're doing quite well. So you take care of yourself.
This is also. I always think it's amusing when somebody who lives in the European Union donates to American healthcare charities.
Yes, that is. There is a.
And I will leave it at that.
Yeah, there is That's another level of humor. So, all right. I'm going to... And... Well, I didn't set my camera up. Chen, sorry, so all you get to see is my emote there. I'm gonna go ahead and log out of the game. Quit. Clean the game, and I'm gonna wrap this up with... Oh, I didn't turn VLC on. See, this is what happens when your power supply goes. All the stuff that you had set up is now gone.
Oh, right, because you had to unplug everything and move stuff.
And like I had VLC set up and everything. It was... I mean, the whole computer restarted. So one way or the other, I was gonna have to.
Yeah.
So all of the things I had set up just went bye-bye when it restarted. So now I gotta try to find it all.
Yeah, everywhere needs help in different ways.
You are not wrong, yeah. There we go. Okay, so now that's working. Joy. So I'm going to send us off for the night with one of the Extra Life videos. I won't do the long ones. I'll just do a short one. But this is part of the reason why we do this. So we'll see you tomorrow. Chelsea Mike, I'm sure, will be around for some of it. And
yeah, I'll hang around. Yeah, unless I'm asleep, which may happen.
Yeah, tomorrow initially is going to be single player stuff. So thanks for hanging out there, and we'll catch you later, Mike.
Bye, everybody.
Okay, so let me switch over to this video, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Sometimes I stare at his face and try to imprint his face in my memory in case it's not there in the morning. Just in case that seizure starts and it doesn't stop. I want that one peaceful memory. When Jordan was born, it was a normal, healthy delivery, and a few hours later, he began to turn blue. He was dying. Jordan's brain is outgrowing the skull, and eventually it will outgrow it. The bad news is that there's no cure. We were told we probably would not ever see him celebrate a first birthday. Every day we have a good memory of the day. I document it. I have had a journal that I entitled Jordan's Journey, and I have kept it from the day he was born. This is surreal. We're actually here. We're not at this appointment or that appointment or on the road to this appointment or that appointment. And we take one day at a time. We were told there's 9 cases. Jordan's the 9th case in the world. Without Children's Miracle Network hospitals, Jordan, and I'm sure hundreds and thousands of other children like Jordan, would not be able to walk and talk. And I mean, these are life-saving things that they do for these kids.
Give it up for my man, Jordan!
So I'm very, very grateful for CMN hospitals.
he's so happy and positive, and